Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? You're not a marriage scammer. I gave my cat away for you.
Rage, more rage.
Don't talk to me! Like these people who have, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Damn, son.
I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up. Good for you. Griff gang. Dad, if you're watching this, Sue Slimer. My dad's my uncle. Exactly, hero.
Hello, it's Ray.
He's my brother. He's my brother. You know? Giddy up! You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Shit is so hilarious. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Good to see all your lovely faces in chat. Sophia, oh hell no. Seattle Sapphire's Low Carb World. Fondue. WNC Tar Heels. Missing Mimic. Darkest Coven. Dinky. B-Love. Hey, Carrie Ann. Mac Attack. I am Cat Lady. Great Aunt Ray. Oh boy. Different Sage. Dapper Doll. Book. Let's see. Book is Ashley. Close enough. Mary Sparkle, Grow for 20 Reasons, 203, MEP, Sugar Papa, Lily Mae, Baby Goats, Just Deb, Tina B. Let's see who else we got. Bama Girl, Jason, Linda, Camels Against Chantel, good to see you. Kelly, hello. Missing Mimic, Alpaca Mom, hello. Sarah J, Mia Moore, Sweet Daily Win. Why does that name remind me of like the old school back in the 90s, early 2000s TV shows? Is that what it's based on? Hello, Fried Plastic. Good to see you. Just Jamie. Sassy Mama. Bob. Hello. Denise. Meatball. Deep Fried Fupa. Lost Tamale. For fuck's sakes. Good to see you. Lily Beeper. More Maybelline Queen. Catherine. Panda Pondu. You're watching and you're showering. That's good. We do love a clean girl around here. Walmart Foodie Scooty, good to see you. I sat watching with the face mask on to make me look younger. It needs 20 minutes, I think, maybe more. Hey, Chicken Nuggets, good to see you. Hey, Big Titty Pretty Bitch 24. Hello. Hope you're doing well. FFG's Lumberjacks Restraining Order. Did I not say you, Bobby? I'm so sorry, Bobby. Hello, welcome to the shit show. So, Evil Angel, hello, welcome. Lori Compton, hello. I was watching the majority of this morning. I watched a little bit of it yesterday when she was live streaming, but I didn't get to see. I just needed a break. Like, there was only so much I could consume. And I had something that I was doing. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was just making dinner. I don't know. And she was just distracting me way too much. So I had to end up cutting that shit off. Hey, Big Scoops of Spaghetti. Good to see you, hon. Kathy, hello. That's right, girl. That is the plan for summer 2026 for sure. And thank you so much for glazing me up, girl. I do appreciate you. So I watched the majority of it this morning. I did not watch any of her Twitch. Once I seen somebody say that she was reviewing or watching TV shows, that was enough for me not to be any interested in that bullshit whatsoever. So I was watching her little show that she did this morning, her 3 hours that she went on yesterday. And there's a lot of boring parts in it, but there are a lot of telling parts in this stream as well. So we're going to be skipping through it quite a bit. Hello, Digital G. Good to see you. I love the thumbnail too. Like, the thumbnail really did it. Like, I wasn't too excited about today's stream. I was like, it's just like, she's being boring. She's back sealing on the couch. And, here I am looking out the window. And I'm like, remember how Chantel did when she was acting like she was really sad because she wasn't in Syria, a war-torn country? And she would just sit there and record herself staring out the window when she was live streaming. That was me pondering if we were ever going to see the scooter again. I was like, remember all that great content we were getting when she was scooting around Canada? And now she's just laying down on the couch again. Oh my God. Why us, God? Anyways, Yes, maybe one day we'll get to see the mobility scooter again. That as exciting and as fun as that whole situation was, it definitely put a damper on the content. I don't think that she's going to give up. Our girl is a fighter. Let's not forget that. So I do think that she'll eventually pack up to take everybody on some kind of field trip. She just has learned her lesson, I think, as far as filming in public areas. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, am I a sicko because I missed the food court content? Am I a sicko because I want to see Foodie drive through the Tim Hortons drive through? Probably, and that's fair. Hey, Yulia, good to see you. Thank you for being a member for 34 months, son. Anyways, the thumbnail really, it just it made me remember where I am and who we are as a community. Okay, we can make any of her shit content. We can turn it into gold. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Hello, Solus. Good to see you, girl. Good morning, Yabbit. And y'all, I've been working a new shift, so I haven't been able to be here live, but happy as F to be here. That's right, girl. Hope you and the fam are doing great. We're doing amazing, girl. And I hope you're doing good too. And thank you for being a member for 29 months. So glad you can make it. Butter Crumpet says, and she hates walking. She'll go live to scoot again. Hey, Miss T, good to see you, hun. Chubby Bear, hello. Everybody that's just coming in. Kataria, you're a sicko too. Gecko, hey, girl. There you are. Krabby Joe, hello. Fuck, I had something I was going to say and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yes. So let's go ahead and go over it before we get into the stream and listen to her talk about it. So she's claiming, okay, according to Foodie, that she decided the thing about here's the whole thing about Foodie and the mobility scooter. And as far as her being humiliated, embarrassed, whatever you want to say, going out and riding the scooter. I believe we as a community, we've all came to the conclusion that Foodie, she gets her bravery because she uses her chat to kind of help her push through her embarrassment, her humiliation of said situation. So she'll go out and she'll do certain things if she can go live and she can take people. It just like, I guess it puts a buffer between her and reality, if you will. So she wants us to believe, and she very well may have done that. Do you guys believe that she scooted over without her community, without her phone, without her binky, basically, that she loaded up on her mobility scooter and she went over to the mall? Not only did she go over to the mall, we got to go take it a step further, okay? Not only is she claiming that she went to the mall without her binky, which is her live streaming companions, she's claiming that she approached said security guards after, Foodie didn't just have like a back and forth with these security guards and an argument and listen, I have every right to be here. You can't tell me what to do. And they were like, yes, we can. You got to get off it didn't go down like that. Like this woman, the vile things that she was spewing in their direction, I can't imagine of all people. Hey, babe, of all people, Foodie being able to have the confidence and the cojones after I don't know. Like since I've been an adult, have I ever said anything to that degree that I regret to where I feel like I need to go back? I try like maybe to my family, like maybe to like somebody I know personally, like a friend or something like that. I don't know even that, but a stranger, I don't know. So I'm trying to put myself in her position. If I was to interact with a certain individual to that degree and was saying things like small dick, could I even go over and just, approach that person and apologize? Because you're 41, about to be 42 years old. Like, what even got you to that level to begin with? But you mean to tell me that you went over there and you drove your mobility scooter and you had a conversation where you apologized to these security guards for everything that you said, and then you guys basically sat down and had a discussion? I don't know, man. I'm hesitant to believe that happened, but that is the way that she presented it. And we're going to listen to her say it. The words come out of her mouth. And then I guess we'll maybe take a poll on it then. I just don't believe it because, again, I feel like it's been the community's belief that Foodie uses her live streaming and her phone as a buffer. So I like to call it her binky, to make her not be so embarrassed to go out in public. She kind of feels cool. She's got her community. They're gassing her up. They're telling her how right she is. They're telling her how good she looks. She's got her filters turned on. Do you know what I'm saying? Lies, you don't believe it either. Hey, Dapper Doll. Hello, Big Bertha Jean. Hey, y'all. Love y'all. I need a shirt that says Big Bertha was here. Okay, I'm sure we can make that happen for you, girl. And thank you for being a member for 20 months. Appreciate you. It's her cope chat. Exactly. My first thought was, nope, she didn't go. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to get into it. We're going to listen to Foodie talk about how she went back to the mall and she was doing some shopping without her binky. She approached the security guard. She also talks about how she was done so wrong with the demonetization on YouTube. And she's half tempted to take every dime that she has and, get herself a lawyer and sue YouTube because everybody's got to eat, guys. Hey, K-Star, it's your birthday today, girl. Congratulations on making it another year and happy birthday. Hell yeah. Right, Mary Sparkle? That's a good point. Right. I agree with that too, Cat Lady. She can't do anything without her chat. And it's especially because she's doing something so ridiculous like driving around on this little bitty mobility scooter. It's not even the fact that Chantel is on a mobility scooter, right? It's the fact that she's on a mobility scooter that she's entirely too big for. So, yeah, and she knows she's too big for it, and she knows how she laughs at herself when she sees herself in the reflection. It's not just because she's on a mobility scooter; it's because of how ridiculous she looks because it's a baby mobility scooter. Hello, Seattle Sapphire. Good to see you. The scooter is a little engine that could. It really is. That scooter is a legend. That scooter, we need to get our hands on it. I know everybody fumbled the ball when Foodie moved out of the Ville. Guys, we really did. As a community, I don't talk too much shit on this community. I really think that we got a good thing going on over here. But I'll shame the Canadians in Girl World, especially the Chantel verse. You guys really fumbled the ball, okay? If we ever were going to have an opportunity to have like a Chantel museum once she is one with the sea, the chair is gone. Her yellow dress is gone. Like, you guys, she completely abandoned everything right there in that dumpster. You could have went and saved it, and we could have actually opened up the Museum of Foodie Beauty. So we're going to have to start over again. So hopefully when she takes off and she goes to Malaysia, Syria, or whatever, we're going to be able to get our hands on that mobility scooter. We'll see what happens. Seattle, thank you for the support, hun. Sapphire Blue Who, hello, good morning, y'all. Thanks for showing up. Sapphire Blue Who, thank you for being here, girl, and being a member for 11 months. I debated it. I was like, maybe I'll just wait it out and see what happens tomorrow. And I was like, no, I feel like we got enough to talk about. It'll be a good show. We can make it happen. And thank you for being here, honey. Thank you for being a member. Hello, Walmart Foodie Scooty. I mean, without her chat, her life is so depressing. You have to wonder how she made it to 41. Well, and Foodie, we already knew this, especially when Salah is thinking that he's going to get something out of Chantel, whatever it may be. Go run wild with your imagination. That's what we love to do. That's right, babe. But when Salah is steadily trying to get something from Foodie, he keeps her entertained enough to when she's not live streaming and she doesn't have her chat, she has him. She has her romance scammer. So basically, Pop Skin, Chantel, I'm dead, Memphis. That was a banger. When Foodie is talking to Salah, this is the equivalent of Salah waking up and punching a clock, is when he's entertaining Chantel. That is basically Salah putting in the work. Okay, Miss T says, Froggy, I'm with you. She's not going to Malaysia or she's not making it back. Somebody was so pissed off in the comment section yesterday. I was like, I don't know what your problem is, bro. But they said something along the lines of like, I can't believe you've been invested in Chantel for this long and you really actually have got it that wrong that you think that you really believe that Chantel is traveling. Like, they were so offended because I'm team. The only way I see Chantel not traveling is if Salah is doing what we said that he was doing, and that's keeping all of the money, and then he just disappears. And I don't believe that that's going to happen. Because for Salah, it's the long con. So I do believe that Foodie's going to travel. And the reason I believe that person who was very upset and angry in the comments section, give me a moment, let me explain. Because it seems to Foodie, when she says she's going to go somewhere, the motherfucker does. I mean, I was dead set on she's never going to go to Kuwait. I was dead set on Salah doesn't exist. I was dead set on dishwasher didn't exist. I was dead set on there's no fucking way she'll go to Syria. I was dead set there's no way she's going to Thailand. And every single time I was dead set she's not going to Cuba. Okay? Every single time Foodie has said she's going to go somewhere, I've been a nay fucking sayer. No way that motherfucker is going anywhere. And guess what? Every single time the bitch shows up. Okay. So this time I'm going to fall in line and go along with what I've been seeing in the past and up until now. And you know what? This motherfucker has been saying she's going to go to Malaysia. Well, then by God, she's going to Malaysia. I don't know how she's getting there. I don't know how she's affording to get there, but somehow, some way, this fucking cockroach of a Canadian is going to make it happen. So there's that. Go ahead and get you out of the way there, buddy. Walmart Foodie Scooty, thank you so much. I got really behind in chat. Sweep Daily Win says, it's the name of my channel. I have a sweepstakes channel. I won first prize in 1977, a giant red beanbag in 7th grade. I have won money cash prizes. Hell yeah, Sweep Daily Win. I feel like you've told me that story before too. So sorry. It's sometimes I have a hard time keeping up. That's great. That is a hell of a name, I tell you. And it does. It takes me back to 1977. I mean, I wasn't there in 1977, but I can imagine what it was like. It sounds like 1977 for sure. Thank you for the support. Mr. DW says, good morning, Yabba support group. Yesterday was my birthday, girl. And yes, I did have the cake. Can I get a good for you and the birthday song? Absolutely, honey. Congratulations on making it another year. Hell yeah. That's right, Haley. Uh-huh.
Good for you.
And thank you for being a member for 31 months. I appreciate you. It was like 87, but the hose water was even colder. Oh, God. Water out of a hose. You are not going to be able to satisfy your thirst a better way than water out of the water hose. That's just how it is. But it probably has to be like water out of the water hose back in like 1994 or 1993 or some shit like that. It probably doesn't hit the same present day. Anywho, let's get into last night's. Yes, last night, I think it was around like 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. Yesterday evening, Baby Bug, hello. I love our support group. Mornings are never dull. Thank you for that, girl. And thank you for being a member for 30 months. I appreciate you. Let me get it pulled up. She's titled it, I Talked to the Guards, ... Did you, Chantel? Did you really go over and have a conversation with the security guards after everything that you said to them, after you flipped them the birds, after you talked about their private areas? You mean to tell me that you rode over? You want me to believe that you rode over there with your mobility scooter and you had a conversation with them? I don't know. I don't think that I can be convinced of that. Okay, fine. Mrs. Gold, fold the lips and dive in. Boo. There you have it. Since Charlie said it, then I'll say it. You got me on a good day today, Badussi. I'll give you that much. And thank you for the support. Good to see you, hun. You call BS. Let's listen to what she says, and then we're gonna take a poll. Go ahead, Foodie. You have the couch. That thing's holding up pretty well, I gotta say. The scooter, that's again advertisement. The couch, I mean, look at the condition of the couch, considering who's laying on it for several hours every day.
That's such a nice baby.
Hey, Krista. See, that's how you end up spilling those nachos. Why don't you take this time to practice how you're going to sit down on furniture? Maybe your nachos wouldn't fly everywhere, Foodie.
Oh, that's a nice baby. That's such a nice baby.
Hey,
Krista. Hi, guys. Oh, that's a nice baby. That's such a nice baby.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. I gotta see it in slow-mo. Give me just a moment. Butter Crumpet, I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello, girl.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
Nice baby. That's such a nice baby.
Yeah. Every time Foodie does something like this, my mind immediately goes to Salah, because this is your trophy here, Salah. This is all you, buddy. This is all you. Snarky said she can't use her legs because she has no control of her leg muscles. They are just unprocessed gelatin. Exactly.
Hey, Krista. Hi, guys. Just give me a minute. Because I need my other phone for...
Oh, my God. You know what? That I could see. That part I could believe. I could see. And so, okay, think about it like this, okay? As much as I don't want to believe that she had this conversation with the security guard, like it's really hard for me to believe for all the reasons that we just talked about. What if we don't know what Foodie's how close she is to getting banned off of the DoorDash apps. There's also that. She's also paying a significant she's significantly more for food than she would be just driving across to the food court to collect her food and take it home. Maybe Salah told her, like, look, you're going to have to go make it right. Well, I don't think Salah would encourage Foodie to go over and talk to two men. So maybe not that. But he might have been pissed because now she has to pay more money to get her food door dashed. So maybe she's so desperate. This is my point. Maybe, just maybe, she's so desperate to get back in the food court that she was willing to swallow her pride and issue an actual personal apology for her behavior. I'm not saying that she did, but I could totally believe that her need and her desire to eat in the food court again, she might possibly do that. You make a good point there, Jeff, and thank you for the support.
My makeup is all here. That's dead. I let both my phones die. I love this.
I'm not shocked that somebody who does live streaming for a living will let their phone go dead. Not one, but two.
Down the rain. Aussie girl. Jane. I had my teeth whitening thing on earlier.
Yeah.
So,
have you guys noticed that her teeth do look somewhat different since she's been using the whitening strips? And do you know why they look so different? They're not like a lot different, but you can tell a little bit of difference. I'm going to tell you, it's this simple. Hey, MC, if it was my business, I would say I appreciate the apology. You're not welcome to come back. Same. I think she's putting these Crest white strips on top of her teeth, and she has said that she's putting them on there before she brushes her teeth. So basically, the reason that you can see a difference is because like it's peeling off like the stuff that would normally come, like all the gunk, like all the stuff that you wash, you brush off your teeth in the morning. She's peeling that off. We're not used to seeing Chantel after she brushes her teeth. So she's putting that on her teeth and it's somewhat pulling all the gunk and all the plaque that's not just stuck and staying there. So it does seem like it's making a difference. But really, at the end of the day, it's not.
Wait, I want to open my chat on my other phone, but I got to let it charge a bit. Why am I like this?
It's whitening the plaque. Yes, Ard. There's also that.
Thank you, Drive Flag. Hey, Yesenia, Mena, Kit Kat, Mars a Taxi. I wore it to the mall. Well, I wanted to go to, I got all ready. My Scooty was charged. No, Dane. You're a big beezer. Why? Hey, Rhonda. Chi-Town. Can we block Forever 21 girl? I guess I'll have to do it myself.
God forbid.
I said no drama and no talking about stuff like that. Like, why would you even come in here and say that stupid stuff?
What'd they say? What'd they say, girl? I didn't even get to see it.
Yeah, all my phones are except this one. But this one I have to block from this phone. So yeah.
Girl, I haven't even got to watch. I haven't even got caught up on the Rosie shit yet. Dude, I've had so much just going on in my life recently. Once I get done with this, that's really honestly all I have time for. Miss T says, did anyone watch the Dad Challenge podcast guy's video in Cutie at the mall? He lives in Ottawa. It was hilarious. I'll always love non-girl world peeps commenting on Foodie in the wild. We aren't the crazies. The cherry on top of that whole situation is the fact that he lives by her. I have got to watch that shit. It is on my list of things to make sure that I do this weekend. Trust me. I will come back and I will report to you guys. I'm going to be the last one out of the group to watch it. Miss T, thank you for the support, hun. You watched it earlier, Butter Crumpet?
I said no. I said there's no second chances. So I said so many times. Yeah, exactly. Rumors are stupid. I'm not even going to address that. Like, it's so dumb.
So dumb.
Like, you can investigate. Listen, you can investigate someone all you want, but if they've done nothing illegally and they're not even in your country, nobody's going to give a crap. Just going to tell you right now.
You've convinced yourself of that, huh?
So, too late. Anyways. Hi, Tracy. Chocolate nuggets. Hi, everybody. I missed it. I miss anybody? Serenity.
Hey, Eva girl. I got to be replay gang today. Curse responsibilities. I have stats exam. I need to study for. Love you forever, cult leader. You can do no wrong. Thank you for that, Eva. And good luck with everything, girl. Thank you for the support and thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. What Kataria say? He was weak, shouting at the security guards as she scooted away. Anybody who is not into this content and all of a sudden they're watching a clip like that, I can't even imagine what goes through their mind. Do they believe that it's real? Do they think that somebody is actually faking this? Do they understand that she is just that is just how funkled that she is? That's my question.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Hello, Foodie. Hi, Breezeth. Yeah. Hey, Nina. The rat dancing. Hey, Foodie fan. Mofupa, Loof.
Hey, Nana
Oh,
Spike.
Nana, thank you. Thanks, Nana. Appreciate it. Yeah, I might put a bit of makeup on there. I had my makeup bag open, ready to go, but okay, so yeah. I miss Teardrop too. I think she's pretty sick. She was really sick there, so I don't know.
That woman has the worst luck out of everybody in all of these communities.
Hey, breaking my mind, Cece.
Are you trying to kill your character off? Teardrop, is that what's happening right now? Could you all imagine if she killed herself off and then rebranded as somebody else? She's crazy enough to do something like that. Like Teardrop is crazy enough to kill off her character to get the attention off of her character's death and then to rebrand and then start the whole fucking trauma dumping in Chantel's chat. It's crazy. She's insane.
Yeah, I got all ready. I wanted to go and yeah. I wanted to go and do some vlogging downtown. So I went to the O train and
Oh, so you took the camera out by yourself today and you did some vlogging while you were out and oot in a boot. That's interesting. Oh my God, what if she vlogged? There's no way that she would have the balls to go into the mall and vlog that. That wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have allowed that, but that would be something, huh? If somehow she had the footage of her apology to the security guard because of all the naysayers in the community. I won a Colgate Optic White Kit prize last week. Oh, you're a busy bee over there, huh? That's pretty cool. Thank you for the support, hon. Did it remind you of Foodie when you got it? I'm sure it did. Caroline's mentality says all this, you know what, flopping BG's going to be a flat cat. Yeah, well, BG better learn to move and move fast. Think fast, BG. Think fast. Stick and move, buddy. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
the elevator wasn't working, like to get to the platform. Hey, Bees. So I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to just go to the mall and like pick up a few things. Ramadan Kareem, thank you.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe after all of that and that big scene that, and people talked. It wasn't like the security guards are the only people who knew and seen this whole incident happen. Word spreads and it spreads fast. I just can't believe that you could even go back over there after the way that you showed your entire ass, 2 days ago? I'm just going to go to the mall and pick up a few things. I would never be seen in that place ever again. And she's just riding over there in her mobility scooter. Yeah, we're going to have to see some video evidence of this event happening, Chantel.
I really do get ready with me a lot because, like, I don't know. I guess, like, I could get ready with you guys. I don't know. Too many crackheads is dirty? No. No. The homeless people we saw, I mean, you never know what someone's dealing with. So then I went to the mall, and I'm driving through the mall. I didn't see Momo. He wasn't there. I don't know if he's okay, but as I'm going towards the door to go to the Loblaws, I see the same two security guards that, we got in the tiff with the other day. They smell like, yeah.
So you went back specifically in the store that you got trespassed for 24 hours from. And I remember you specifically saying, Oh, you don't have to worry about trespassing me. I'm trespassing myself forever. I'll never, ever go back there. And you were back at the Loblaws or whatever it's called in like less than 2 days. Yeah, is that just a little tiff? Was that when you tell a man that he has a small, you know what, that's just a little tiff? Is that what you consider a little tiff?
Don't talk to me!
Psychotic.
So anyway, they just like they walk right past me, but they like look at me like,
Oh, you know, her and her audience. It wasn't just Chantel that had the little quote unquote tiff. It was her and the audience, her people, of course.
So I was like, but they were like, oh no, yeah. So I go, excuse me, were you the security guards? Hey, girl, thank you, girl 1047. I'm like, are you the same security guards from the other day? They're like, yes. And I was like, can I talk to you for a minute? And they're like, go ahead. And then I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I just wanted to apologize for being a total B. Like, you guys were just trying to do your jobs. And they were like, oh, that's okay. Like, you were just trying to do your job too. But just so you know, like, there's like some policy.
Well, how did they know that you were just trying to do your job too? This all sounds made up, Foodie.
Even if they seem weird, like for the mall, they can be held liable and stuff. And then he's like, you're not even allowed to walk bare feet in the mall. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay.
That's a weird thing to say. Okay. You're not even, so you're talking about somebody who was filming inside of the mall and he was like, yeah, you're not allowed to film in the mall and you're not allowed to walk barefoot in the mall either. That seems legit.
Okay. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm not filming. Like, I just, you know, and you know what? I actually like shopping without the camera. Like, it actually makes me feel more peaceful. So like, I was like, you know what? I'm totally okay with that now. I get it, you know, and I get it. Like, I'm looking at the people in the mall shopping and like, they just want to, you know, they have a right to shop without being filmed. So whatever. But
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Hello, Dell. Lies. Why would security identify her filming as just trying to do her job too? Exactly. She didn't say she was creating content. She lied. She said she was on FaceTime. Exactly. Here's what I think happened. I do believe that Foodie took her ass to the mall because she needs to get shit. Yesterday, guys, today is Friday. Yesterday was what? Yesterday was the kick payday. She needed to go get herself some stuff. So I think she was sneaking around the mall, sneaking around, trying not to be seen by security, got in, got what she needed. She made sure to keep her phone up the entire time, probably took her up to the food court, got her food, and then as fast as she could, got herself back home. She tried to keep it low key under the radar. She got trespassed for 24 hours. She's like, okay, my time is up. So let me just go over here, get what I need and get the fuck out of there. I think she went to the mall, but she did not approach the security guards. That's what I think happened. And Dell, thank you for the support.
Go pickles. I want to vlog like places, not in the mall there because that's still filming or whatever in this mall anyways. But I think what I'll do is I'll just like, I got to start doing vlogs a little bit because I want to like apply for my remonetization. Hey, lurking here. Yeah, Blair. It was overkill how they reacted to you. Honestly, yeah, maybe Nina, but I feel like overall, I don't feel that way. I feel like they were just doing their job, but I feel also like my reaction probably exacerbated it. Like I was yelling and being crazy, you know?
Right now, what you were seeing, her behavior and the things that she's saying and calling it, referring to it as a tiff, and they were just trying to do her job, is because at this point, Foodie is well aware that these people probably, because if they got phone calls, they more than likely directed the whoever to Foodie's kick channel. And they're probably looking out of curiosity. Who wouldn't? You're a security guard. You got some time on your hand. You dealt with somebody that was very problematic. Oh, and they're on social media. Say less, you know? So this more than likely is just in case they're checking in and they're keeping up with her social media, that she's being very nice and she's acting like she was the problem and they were just doing her job because she needs to be able to shop there. She needs to be able to go over to the food court to consume her food, to do her little bit of shopping, to spend her little kick money. That's what I think she's trying to do. Mercio says maybe to confuse the guards and blend in with the crowd, she went without her scooter or left it parked outside. Ooh. Well, I don't know. Maybe. You think that she's willing to go to that extent and leave her scooter parked outside? Maybe. I can't say 100% because this is Mrs. Disability herself, but it's a possibility, I suppose. Thank you for the super chat.
So that's probably why, like, if you really just like, hey, Tigger, like, I realize that, like, you have to choose your battles, man. Like, especially, like, as a public figure, like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just, like, if I ever get told from now on to just stop streaming, if it's in a private place or I don't think I'll stream in private places. But if I ever get told, like, you know, whatever.
Sweet Daily Win says, unfortunately, I did think of Cutie scummy mouth. I want to know, before you thought about a toothbrush, mouthwash, anything else as far as dental hygiene is concerned, floss, why would you go directly for the Crest white strips? That's where we're all stumped. Foodie, you have told us so many times that you do not brush your teeth, but you're going to. Maybe she's convinced herself she doesn't need to brush her teeth, because this is not the first time that Foodie has taken and used the whitening strips or whatever. She's done some kind of treatment. Maybe she thinks if she does these treatments of these Crest white strips, that there's no need for her to brush. Again, you have to remember who we're dealing with here.
My dad's my uncle.
Sweet, thank you for the support, hon.
I should have just ended the stream and left. Like, that's it. It would have been like a lot less drama. And
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Thank you, Chi-Town. Zip tied to the ground.
Really, Buster?
Well, Mango, yeah, I'm not gonna live stream in the malls. That's it. I'm totally fine with just, like, you know, doing my thing elsewhere for content. That's all. Whatever. Yeah. Thanks, Caitlin. Hey, Sparkling Bottoms. Everyone has a bad day. There's so many other places to film. Like, we could go totally, like, the weather's going to be nice.
I can't agree with that. I wouldn't call what happened the other day having a bad day. Like, I've seen single moms in grocery store dealing with 7 kids not have that kind of meltdown that Foodie had that day. Okay. I would not say that everybody just has a bad day.
Soon. It's almost the end of February.
That was an absolute tantrum meltdown because she was told to leave the premises because she would not stop filming. I would not call that a bad day, but okay. This is why she has to have her audience and her people in her chat wherever she goes, because you see the way that they change this shit up as to what happened, like the actual reality of the situation. Her community is the equivalent of Smee. This is how Smee was when Foodie was little. This is why she's still this way present day. And Foodie has found new people that are willing to lie to her and go into her delusions the same way that Smee did. Everybody just has a bad day.
You know? Yeah.
You're right. There's nothing wrong with the way I acted. I was just having a bad day. You're right.
Well, I wanted to apologize because I genuinely felt bad, like, calling them names. Like, I don't feel good acting like that. Like, I don't do it for drama. I don't do it for views. I do it just because, like, I get triggered, and, like, that's something I have to work on. Like, you know, especially during Ramadan. Especially during fasting hours. You know. It wasn't a capital crime, the reactors. They just blow everything right out of proportion, you know, always. That's what they have to do.
You said the same thing when Salah was wolfing the Kabbalah. You remember that, right? How we just all blew it out of proportion. Nothing to see here. What do we got to do with this shit? How did we take and blow out of proportion this 41-year-old toddler having a complete fucking tantrum because she was told to stop live streaming, and when she wouldn't stop live streaming, she was escorted off the property? How are we blowing it out of proportion?
Yeah, well, I do feel bad. I have a guilty conscience, and
you shouldn't just feel bad. You should be humiliated. Feeling bad is not enough. You should be humiliated over your actions, Foodie. Feeling bad just means, oh, I think I hurt somebody's feelings and I need to apologize. The fact that you're not humiliated is the problem. That's the problem.
Jackson tribute. Wow. Oh, you won it. That's cool, Breezy.
Those people don't give a shit. Those men, those security guards, they don't care what you said about them. You did not hurt their feelings whatsoever. They were laughing at you. And I'm convinced right now they're still laughing about that situation. I guarantee every time they clock in and they're talking to their coworkers, everybody knows the story and they're still laughing about the entire situation. Hell, they're probably watching the security footage back. They are having a good old time. I can promise you, you did not hurt their feelings whatsoever. Only thing you did was provided them, the entire staff over there at that security place, lots of content for the rest of the year.
That's so cool. I hope it makes you laugh a bit. I always find tributes are kind of funny sometimes, especially Michael Jackson and Elvis ones. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Chocolate. Hey, Lollipop. We can't have you getting detained. Pretty mosques or gardens.
If anybody has ever worked with the public before, like really worked with the public, when I was a teenager and I worked downtown in the parking garage or whatever, like I had all kinds of stories I could tell about that, but nothing that good. If that would have happened to me and our security team back then when I was 17, 16 years old, I would still be talking about that story to this day. And if I could have got my hands on the footage, I was just as immature back then as I am now. I would more than likely still have it and be showing it and talking about it to this day. That's how much of an impact I believe you had on those people. They don't have to, be like us and in the girl world to find that shit fucking hilarious. Just know that you humiliated yourself and they're going to talk about it probably for the rest of their life. Dead ass. MEP says, I promised they watch her on camera in the mall and they laugh. And now that you're going back, now that you can't help yourself after you told these people you were not coming back and riding away and flipping them the bird, and now they get to see you being all humble and tucking your phone in, you're probably trying to sneak to message Salah and they're like, look, there she is trying to hide on her phone. I bet that is fucking a good time. I would love to be them right now. I'm kind of jealous. Maybe they'll reach out. I don't know. Emmy, thank you for the support, hun.
Well, we can look at the outside of a mosque, but I wouldn't probably go inside with the camera. Gardens, yes, there's a lot of gardens. There's a lot of outdoor things to
You had somebody throw a cell phone at you? Holy shit.
do when it's nice. Hey, Star Twinkle. Right, Chudster. Silly Billy, yes. I drove by there, said hello. Yeah. Hey, Chantel fan. Shorebus fan. Deli potatoes. Well, I did pick some up for my iftar. And I found a halal chicken, Chudster. You were right. Hey, YouTube lover. Yeah, basically every...
You caught her the ham bandit. She looks like a girl. Welcome to the Poorest. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap. We appreciate you, hun, so much. We, us, exactly, Fondue. That's interesting how she's saying that, right?
There's a lot of places that have a no filming policy. And the thing is like, I don't mind, like, some places do allow, like, they won't say anything. Like, you're allowed to try if they tell you not to, and you should respect it. But if there's no sign, you could just, like, I don't know, like a store or a restaurant.
They don't have to have a sign posted for shit. If that's their policy and they don't have a fucking sign, it don't mean shit. So what? What is your point? They don't have a sign. What? Are you gonna fight for your right? Are you gonna show your ass like you did the other day?
If you're doing a review or something like that, I don't see the problem, as long as you're being respectful about it. Hey, Short Bus. Hey, Neil. Yes, I found a halal chicken. It didn't really look as good as seasoned as the other ones. I think they're being, phobic about.
Oh, I think they're okay. Maybe, wait a minute. Did I miss something? People try to fight security guards. I don't think that, Miss T, I don't think that that's intended the way that you're thinking that person is intending their name, or if that was an accident, I'm not sure. You can DM me if you need clarification on what I'm talking about.
That. No, I'm just joking. Imagine accusing someone of Islamophobia. You're not seasoning the halal chickens with enough barbecue seasoning. Hey, Beezy, like Sunday morning. A few beezers may not be able to get out and really enjoy your mall streams. Yeah. Refresh YouTube over. Bring your own seasoning.
Yeah, sorry, where's Chewy? Miss T was working out this morning.
Yep, I know, Neil. You're gonna miss going to Dollarama? Well, what can you do, eh? So, you got seasoning on your bed. Not anymore. No, it's not about Salal. Salal. Salah, Sonny. It's
Okay, that was kind of funny. Say it again, Chantel.
You got seasoning on your bed. Not anymore. No, it's not about Salal. Salal. Salah, Sonny. It's I mixed his name with halal. It's just for me, like being a Muslim, I try to eat halal, but sometimes I don't really.
You are so full of shit. What did we say yesterday, guys? Foodie is in full character right now. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're witnessing, is that Foodie is in full character.
Try as hard. Like as long as it's not pork, I'll just say whatever, like McDonald's or whatever. Now they have a McHalal. I've never tried it, but
a McHalal.
I just got a small scallop potatoes. I got a halal chicken. I think I have some frozen veggies. I'll just make that for,
You're
I'm very excited about my trip. Yeah.
She's always hungry.
Yes, he knows about it. He watched the whole thing. He was in here the other day saying that. Hey, Glitter Queen. No, I talked to them directly, Kingston.
The thing with Salah, it's not like he spends a whole lot of time alone. Okay. He's usually more than likely, and that was the whole big reason why Foodie left Syria, was because Salah spends so much time with his family. So my question is, Foodie, is if Salah is spending so much time with his family and he's always with his family and he's always watching, are they watching together? Is he showing them what's happening and what's going down on your YouTube channel, or I'm sorry, your Kick platform while you're in Canada? That would really be something. You can tell clearly she does not feel any genuine regret for any of this. She's just acting what she thinks is a decent person would do. Exactly. She's in character.
You're full of Taco Bell?
Jesus, Mango Kush.
Hey, Chef Fondue. Yeah, I know you guys like cooking streams and stuff. Hey, Island Dragonfly. Was he laughing? No. He didn't find it funny. Hey, Healthy Beezer.
Do you think that's really how it goes down? Salal and cousin wife in bed together watching Foodie get thrown out of the mall when she's just trying to eat at the food court? Probably.
Actually, I checked my blood solstice after that meal, about 2 hours after, and it skyrocketed to 14 from 8.
Oh my goodness, MVP Princess. I hope they get better soon. Oh, that's horrible.
0.5. I don't know if it's the date. It's probably the dates and the rice. 6 potatoes. Thank you.
You just can't help yourself. Eating sugar, eating all these carbs, and you're getting bad blood sugar readings, whatever, even with your medication. Foodie, your ass is going to end up in the emergency room. You're the one who keeps telling everybody you're about to travel. You're the one ever telling everybody that you're going to try to get your shit together before said travel. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to cut back. What kind of progress do you think that you're going to make like a week before you go on vacation? That's what I want to know. 8 to 14. 8 to 14.
Ooh, 6 potatoes? Philly cheesesteak burger. We don't have that here. In hundreds? I don't know. I don't know. Donate how? Like through gifts? If you want to send gifts, there's a little store button beside the chat box. Or you can give subs.
Has she given us an update on her cellulitis? It's funny she hasn't said anything else about it since she was denied her pain pill request at the local emergency room.
Yeah, this morning it was back down, but I took my insulin and, yeah.
Oh, Maui, it's tough. It's really
tough. I don't know,
tough.
Valentina. I don't mind the old way.
Oh, she said it's all gone. Yeah, X'd it out. Hey, Smokey.
Cocoa Pickles, really? Yeah, and so for the vacation, like when we're on vacation, I gotta come up with a schedule for that, like for content. I don't know, because we gotta balance like having our time, like just us enjoying it.
So you want me to believe, right, in your condition, that you are traveling to Malaysia, where it's very hot, very humid, and she's coming right out of Canadian winter. So she's coming right out of Canadian winter into Malaysia, where it's hot and humid. Monsoon season, I believe she said. So not only are the two of you dodos going to go out and do content for your YouTube channel together and you're going to live stream, you're also going to have you time, you and Salah time, which is when you go out and you know the hell you're not. If you and Salah are out in a boot in Malaysia together, if this happens to happen, you guys are not going to be together and not vlogging it, not live streaming it, not filming it. Absolutely not. That's the whole point of it. You guys aren't just going to go out and have you time. Are you kidding me? Sexy time. She wishes. Man, she's over there just doing a whole lot of wishing. You got your hopes up, don't you, Chantel?
Versus live streaming and versus vlogging, because I'm going to bring the GoPro. And
yes, take the GoPro, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the GoPro. So I want to do some vlogging for the couple's channel if we get them back, and then Live stream, I'm not sure. We'll probably just stick to live streaming in like major tourist areas where you're allowed to film and vlog and stuff like that. And then, or maybe from places where, you know, more like unidentifiable places, like maybe just in the hotel, but like with just a wall background or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, Sophie. Monkey live stream.
According to her, they still have the GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's outdoors. Yeah. No, yeah, I won't tell you. I won't tell you the hotel. If people figure it out, whatever. You know. But no, I won't go out of my way to. Film one day and upload the next. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If she happens to get her YouTube monetization back, number one, you remember when she got her channel back and her and Pete's went live and they did that big celebration? You're gonna see a repeat of that. It would be really something to see if it happened to be when she was on vacation with Salah, and then Salah and Chantel recreate that moment when Foodie somehow managed to get her channel back after she was yeeted off of YouTube. And if she does manage to get it back, she'll never be back on Kick. She won't be back on Twitch. All of that will be dead in the water until something happens to her channel again. She will pivot completely back to YouTube to build that up because that is where she makes the majority of her money. And if she does try to maintain Kick, it's because you know what the difference is for her, even though Kick doesn't make as much money, is because it pays weekly. She gets paid weekly, whereas on YouTube, you only get paid once a month, which is something that is really good for somebody like Shan. Every week, you're not telling me that Foodie is responsible enough to put probably. I'm not necessarily convinced that the trip is happening. I think that Foodie thinks. Okay, so let me clarify. I think she does believe, as of right now, all this is green light. She's going, he's going, everything is probably booked, planned, or whatever. But as far as it actually happening, we'll just have to wait and see. I have no idea. I think the odds are very slim that and the only reason I think that about Salah is because of what happened last time. Because I think that last time Salah did intend to go with Foodie, and something came up with his passport at the last minute, and he was told no, that he can't go.
I don't know.
Walmart Foodie Scooty says she wishes she could yell, "Giddy up!" like Mrs. Foodie Scooty does. Hashtag good girl. Hashtag yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
Giddy up! Can you guys believe that soundbite came from Foodie riding a mobility scooter? Giddy up! Have you ever in your life seen somebody riding a mobility scooter using a mobility scooter? Giddy up!
Yeehaw!
Walmart Foodie Scooty, thank you for the support. That's crazy. You don't think that there's a trip at all, Lisa Lou? Really? Interesting. I don't know, man.
No shocking news. Yeah, we're getting there at the same time. I don't know. I feel like I'm too haram for Muslim communities.
That's true.
So I just don't even want to bother. Hey, short bus. Thank you for the skull emoji.
So basically what she's saying is that a Muslim community would be able to sniff her out in a heartbeat. That is why Foodie doesn't want to go join any kind of Muslim community, because she knows they'll be able to sniff her out. She knows that she's in character. She knows they're not going to tolerate it. And she knows that she will be publicly humiliated. She knows that. She's very well aware.
I'm a very popular lady. Yeah, if you see me in public and you want an autograph, yeah. I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, inshallah, Sonny. God willing. Don't go to jail. No, I don't plan on it. Let Salah decide what color to do your nails. That's a good idea, Alien. He'll probably tell me not to get them done. I signed my illustrations, yes. Yeah.
Okay, incoming.
No. I'm gonna get them done just for that month. They're not like I'm
You are making a good point there, Butter Crumpet. So you think what in the next couple of days that she's going to be traveling? Is that what you believe? Because you do have a good point there. We haven't seen any kind of like grocery haul from Foodie. And even if the way the Foodie operates, even if she's going to eat out, she also has an addiction with just ordering groceries. We all know that. And we haven't seen her order groceries. It seems like it's been a minute, right? So I could see that. When do you think she's traveling specifically? Like in the next week or so? That close? Dandelion says, I think soon too. See, now she's kind of made it very public information that they're going at the end of March. And one thing you know about Foodie is that she's always trying to do dumb shit to throw people off. Like, yeah, we're going at the end of the March. We're going around my birthday or whatever. So whenever she says, it's usually the opposite of that as well. So that's another indication that if this is happening, that it could be very soon. Sassy Mama says end of March. She's doing the prep. She couldn't do this for weeks, but she can go a few days to have takeout in Malaysia. I agree with that. She's planning to leave Pete's holding the bag. Yeah, all of this shit saying that she's going to prep food for Peter. That doesn't, Foodie, you don't even cook food for yourself. So you want us to believe, the community to believe that you're going to prep Peter with food for like 30 days. If you're going to help Peter as far as food is concerned, you'll leave him a couple $100 and let him walk over to the Walmart. There's no way, I believe for a second, that she's going to sit there and she's going to prep food for him to eat for a month. Bullshit. They will go for the Eid. When is that, Baked Korean? We know her. We've seen this. She does the same song and dance every time.
maybe I could get those actually. Yeah, the ring nails. I don't know. They probably look weird on me and they might not fit me. Because maybe they have my size. He doesn't really care about stuff like that, Jupiter. So if I asked him, he'd probably be like, you don't need to. Malaysian jail.
March 20th.
Thank you, Kingston. I'm on my way right now.
Pizza's going to do this. He is Chantel's bitch. It doesn't matter how many people try to convince him not to do things for Chantel. He's always going to be Chantel's bitch till the end of time. You just need to accept it.
Getting lashes. No, I have some fake lashes, but
yeah, Pete's just needs a rice cooker and he's set. It doesn't take a whole lot for him.
with Julia on one of them, Breezes. Arms waxed. Yeah, shave them. See-through hijabs. No, that would be like not wearing one, Neil. No, Caitlin, that's not true. I just didn't understand some of them, but now I do. The fake eyelashes that you get. Yeah, I hear that they can ruin your eyelashes. I don't like have very long, nice eyelashes, but Biffy.
Peaches.
That's not really how religion works. I understand people wanting to be helpful, though. Yeah, right.
Damn, it's a 50-50 split. Okay, I want to go to a different timestamp. Skip past this shit. I think it's like the 58-minute mark. I'm going to go 55 just in case because I don't want to. Yeah, right there. Let's see.
Longer haul flight? Forget it. First of all, they don't go international, do they?
Her hair, when it sticks out to me, is just so funny.
You can book Dolly Parton.
You ever seen that episode of South Park where Cartman's hair sticks out of his toboggan or whatever? They look like fucking twins. Hey, Mia. We all know she doesn't fast for Ramadan, but Salah does. And he would want to celebrate Eid with his family. My money is on that she leaves the 20th, landing in Malaysia on the 21st. I could see that. And I don't disagree with that theory, Mia Moore. But Here's what I think that could be also a possibility. Keep an open mind to all of this is that Foodie likes to interfere in Salah's life, and especially when it comes to his family. And if there's a trip involved that Salah is able to go on and Foodie is going to fund it, no matter what's going on, Ramadan, Eid, whatever, he's going to go on that trip. So I could see her purposely scheduling this trip early to interfere with him being with his family for the holiday or whatever, just to be a you know what. Always remember, Foodie is severely jealous of the relationship that he has with his family. And if she can come in between that, she will. I mean, what you're saying definitely makes sense too, but don't be shocked if that happens. I could totally see her doing that just out of spite. She is a spiteful person, just like her twin. Mia, thank you for the support, hun. If he's in Syria, he'll be eager to leave. He'll lie saying it's on business. Yes, he will. He'll definitely make up something, some kind of excuse to his family, like business, a good reason where it would be, worth it for him to go during the holiday for sure.
This tour bus for $10,000 a night, forget it. You know how many poor people you can feed with $10K? Shit.
Salah ain't scheduling shit. Only thing Salah's gonna do is show up like the you know what that he is.
The pilots are rough with the planes. Crazy.
Did you guys hear her say, and I'm pretty sure we already skipped past it, but just in case you didn't hear her say it, let me go ahead and repeat what she said yesterday. Like the main thing that stuck out to me throughout this entire live stream was that she laughed and thought it was really cute because, they're trying to lie and say that Salah's paying for the trip. He, tee, he, all that bullshit. She was like, Salah, he wanted me to book a cheaper flight. Can you believe that? I said, no, I have to at least have this or this or this. No way am I going to book a cheaper flight. And I want you all to remember, we all know who's paying and taking care of this entire trip. It's Foodie. Do I believe that Salah said to Foodie, hey, book something cheaper? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because her money is his money. And he's seen how much she was paying for her ticket. And he said, get something cheaper. He probably went and looked up possible cheaper flights and was showing her, hey, look, you could save me, in your money, $800 if you book with this airline. And she was like, absolutely not. Just think about that. Think about the audacity that he fucking has.
That's the thing, Yesenia. Like, you pay base, no frills. If you have luggage, just like you're gonna pay anyway. If you want to drink, you have to pay. Do they give you complimentary water? 10K is nothing to me. I make more than that in my sleep. That's called passive income. You don't. That's exactly why Salah wants business. Passive income too. Well, he has a lot of family who can work while he's gone. So 95 thieves.
So Salah's family is going to be working on the olive farm when he's gone. I'm sorry. Are olive farms that lucrative in Syria? And I mean that. Like, I'm just curious. I have no idea. Like, are they that successful that he's making that much money?
What's this? She's sleeping on my sweater. Can you see her? What's this?
No, look, we can see the cat, but the question is, do you see the white crust in the side of your mouth? That's the question while you're live streaming to the community. Do you see that?
What's this? What's this?
You are Salah's passive income. While he sleeps, you sit there and you collect the money for him. And then he tells you how to spend it and tells you not to spend it on this or get cheaper that or don't do this or don't do that. You are Salah's passive income, sweetheart.
BG kisses. I will piss out.
You got to wonder how many different types of passive incomes does Salah have? We all know that he was trying to have another passive income with Kybella. Remember that? How much your salary, bitch? How many other women out there do you think have fallen for Salah and his romance scam?
Ashio. Oh, yes. I will kiss her lots later. No makeup on today. Giving my skin a breather. Did pizza great?
Salah's business scams are us. I actually Googled that a while ago. It can be good income, but it's not easy to get started. The olive farm. Yeah.
Watch. Yes. He's got really bad anxiety about changes and stuff, so he's a bit nervous, but he said once he gets here, he thinks he'll be okay.
This is her talking about Peter coming to stay at the house with BG. Basket Weave, hello. Foodie's entire life is passive. Why don't you do something active, Foodie? Ooh, that was a good one, girl. And thank you for the support. Fondue says, I thought Salah came into her chat and he said he bought the tickets and booked the trip. What does she mean now? He wanted her to buy a cheaper seat. Yeah, exactly. He took care of it all. All you have to do is show up, Foodie. Remember, you're the one who has told that story over and over and over and over and over again. And now he wanted you to book a cheaper seats. See, she always tells on herself. Rule number 1 and rule number 2, they exist for a reason. Thank you for pointing that out, Fondue. You're so right. And thank you for the support. Embarrassing. Y'all could just not listen. If you don't want people to know who's paying for the trip, don't talk about it. If you're paying for the trip and you don't want people to know that you're paying for the trip, don't lie and say that Salah is paying for the trip. That's just going to make you look stupid. We all know that Salah doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, okay? So you could just not say anything about the financial responsibility of the trip because we know anyways.
I told him to just keep things drama free and, just, he'll be okay. Should be okay. Just focus on BG and use the place like it's your own. Mi casa, tu casa. I have a lot to do before he comes here. Yeah.
Like what? What do you have to do before Peter comes there? You think you're going to clean the dump up? No, you don't care. You'll let him clean the dump up or he'll just live in the dump and it'll be a worse dump when you get back because he don't clean neither.
Yeah, the tickets are already bought. Thank you, Alien.
Oh man, maybe this is where they say it. I hope so.
We'll be fine, yeah, inshallah. Nice, Repsion. Glad. Alhamdulillah. Basically, I'm gonna make some meals for Pete's. So, Why shocked? That's great. I think a lot of people just have these assumptions about Islam. No, I just get one seat.
Oh my God. What? I've seen the white crust on your lips this entire stream and you just take the lip gloss on top of it. You can see it. It's right there. Look, hold on. It's right here. If you're not looking at your device, you should be. It's right here. There's even some over here, and she just puts a lip gloss over top of it. It's so gross.
No, I just get one seat.
No, I just get one seat, and then she continues with her lip gloss on her mouth. Oh my God, this is great.
I'm totally fine in one seat.
I'm totally fine in one seat. Do you realize that this is not a normal conversation to have? Like, she says it as if we all have this conversation with the people in our life. Yeah, just one seat. I'll be totally fine in one seat. And then later on, they start pressing her about the bathroom and if she fits in the bathroom or not. And she doesn't get upset. She doesn't get angry. She just answers the question and talks about it as it's a normal situation for people to question whether or not she fits in the bathroom on the plane. Oh, and then she talks about the fucking food trays and how she doesn't care that she used to just drink drinks before or eat before she got on the plane and then drink drinks because the food tray won't come down. And she was like, fuck it, I don't care. And then even the little lady, what's her name? I don't know, the lady that comes around and gives her food and shit like that. She was even giving her pillows to prop the food tray on because it won't come all the way. It's just so ridiculous. Maybe we'll hear it. Hold on.
Nice sometimes. Basically, I'm gonna make some frozen meals.
Yummy.
I'll do that about the week before I go, and then I can freeze them. They're a bit more fresh.
You hear that, Pete? You're getting yourself some frozen Foodie beauty meals. Aren't you a lucky guy? Hey, Fauntleroy. Ellie Welly says, imagine donating to the 10K to get her back to Canada. And now she's running off to be with him for months later. Dumbasses. You can't make that shit up. It's just such an important thing to remember. The fact that 4 months later, after her community donated probably very close to $10,000. You're not very far off with that number. I'm pretty sure that's probably right the fuck spot on. Now she's running back to go and take him on an all-paid vacation to Malaysia. It's great though. It plays into exactly what this content and what Foodie is all about. Without that part of it, it wouldn't be as, what it is. I think it's great. They're the ones funding our entertainment, basically, Ellie. And thank you for the support, hun. MEP says her other name is encroaching. She encroaches all over the place. That's very true. She spills out, if you will. Thank you for the super chat. It's a slap in the fupa for her beezers. Well, I mean, I'm convinced either they're just trolls in her community that just want entertainment the way that we do, or maybe they just are people who just like the abuse. I'm not really sure. I can't figure it out. Emmy, thank you for the super chat, hun.
And I'll get some groceries, so he won't have to worry, at least for that. And then I'll get
Yeah.
I mean, he can. You know what? Maybe I won't stock up because it'll be nice for him to get
I
out.
don't know why you put the lip gloss on your lips when they were already in that condition, because now they're even more sticky. Now you're developing even more of that white crust on the outer lip area, if you will. Now it's going to be those sticky things. You know how somebody just wakes up and they've got like morning breath and it's all gunky and they get the sticky things that goes from one top lip to the bottom lip. That's what she's about to develop right now. And that's because she covered her already crusty lips in that lip gloss. It's very gross. I know it's really hard to say and talk about, but here we are. Sweet Daily Win says we're used to a blob on a scooty. Our perception. That's very true. They're very well put. And thank you for the support. I think her saying if anything happens, it was him. She created a sense of danger as she sat in Syria. People were scared for her. Well, that's what made people donate more. When you think that somebody that you like, yes, okay, and that's such a sick way of thinking, because it's a way to give people who really don't have it to donate, to get them to donate because this person is in danger. She's in Syria, for fuck's sakes, okay? She's saying if anything happens to me, it was them. So let's say turd drop. Well, I ain't got the fucking money, but Foodie could be about to PA. Let me go ahead and go out and sell my foodies, 50 cents on the dollar and see what I can, scrape up to get Foodie home safely. That's the kind of people at that point who were also donating to Foodie's cause. Think about how sick that is. So whenever you hear these little side stories and, oh, such and such is sick and they need their medication, they have to add on another layer of, I guess, grift, if you will, to get the people who really ain't got it to give. It's true. Sick shit. Anywho, Miss T says, I just booked my trip to Colombia. Really? If I end up with the Foodie beside me, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. Wait a minute. Did I say that right? Where is that? That's not Colombia, is it? I don't know. I'm confused. But Miss T, if you get anywhere near Foodie, play it cool and get all the footage that your little iPhone or Android can capture. That's all we ask of you. And thank you so much. Safe travels to you, hun. Hey, Elizabeth.
And go for a walk just to the mall and get some. If he needs pet food, of course I'll pay for it, like everything. But
yeah, you got it like that.
Super cubes? No, marmalade. Really? I have to sit next to people a lot. Yeah.
Shiny says a Scooty arc is my Super Bowl. Thank you, girl, for being a member for 18 months. She emotionally manipulated her people. She was in serious say she'll be taken out. No wonder she bagged $14K. Exactly. It's the same situation with Sasa. And we go over this quite often. And I know it's a repeat, but you kind of have to get to the current events. Before any of the Sasa situation, before I'm in danger, before any of that happened, guys, if you go back just a couple of months before that, Foodie was directly asking people for money to travel. She was like, listen, the internet sucks here. I just want to travel for a little while, come back to Syria, but I need to go somewhere else and make some content, but I can't afford it. So how about you guys send money now? And it was fucking crickets. Nobody donated anything. That's when Foodie showed her ass. She said, I'm leaving YouTube. It's not worth it for me. Reactors get paid. I don't. I'm out, deuces, right? And she came back like the very next day. She said her husband was going to support her. So it was like very, very soon after that. Hey, Duco, I want to say like it could have even been days that she came back, and that's when they did the whole Sasa scam. So when she asked, that's why these events are so important. She wanted money to travel. Nobody gave a fucking dollar. Nobody. She even said it. Nobody gave me any money. She got mad. She quit YouTube. She came back. Like a week later, if that, somebody says 2 days, they come back and now they're asking for money for Sasa, saying that she needs it for school. And it's not that Sasa just lives in Syria. Sasa, as you all know, she has Down syndrome. So do you understand how fucked this is and how many different ways? And so she collects all this money for Sasa, and we know that she collected money. She said that she collected money. And as she tells the community, this is while she's doing the fundraiser for her and her family. She says, listen, I promise I will be transparent. I will show you all the receipts. We will prove that we are giving the family the money. And as soon as they collected all that money, she took all that back. She said, I don't owe you all anything. I don't owe this community shit. I don't have to show you receipts. I don't have to prove that we did what we did. You just need to take my word for it that we gave her family all of this money. And what happens? We're talking days later after Foodie asked her community for money to travel. But really what it comes down to, when Foodie did that original fundraiser, when she was asking her community for money to travel, Foodie was pretty new to Syria. She really just wanted a food fix. She wanted her community to pay for her to go to probably just back to Canada, just so she could get her fast food fix. That's all she wanted. This wasn't about doing content. This wasn't about seeing her family. All it was food. That's all she wanted. So back to collecting the money for Sasa and her family. They collect the money. They take back what they say about the receipts. It was days later that Foodie ended up in, was it Qatar? In a hotel room, eating food in her hotel. Yep. She ate so much food that she got herself sick. She left Qatar early, ended up in Syria in the emergency room. That's how all of that shit played out. She got that money. She originally wanted money because she wanted to get out of Syria because she was not used. In Kuwait, she had access to all of the same food. She could eat and eat and eat. But in Syria, that was all taken away from her. So she needed a way to get her fix. So she asked her community. They didn't give her nothing. So she used that little girl, got a bunch of money. I do believe that they gave her a very small percentage, because money will go a long way for people who live in Syria. And she gave Salah money and she took the rest and she went to Qatar. She got her food fix and she came back to Syria. That was some sick shit. I don't know what got us there. Oh, but just talking about the next fundraiser. So she wasn't done there. Oh my God, no. So I don't know. Big fights, whatever happened between her and Salah. She doesn't have access to food. Salah's leaving her without food. He's going off with his family. So she has this big meltdown, basically accusing Salah's family of wanting to take her out. Remember?
Don't talk to me.
So, and the only way that she can get her community to give her money again, right on top of another fundraiser, is to pretend like she's in danger. So she convinced her entire community that she was in danger and raised thousands of dollars to get back home. Do you think that Foodie was able to actually afford this apartment that she's living in now? No. The only way she got into that apartment, was able to put any kind of money down on it, was because of her community that she scammed out of that money. So present day, after she told everybody that she was in danger, Salah and his family, they're going to take me out. Please help me get out of this horrible situation. 4 months later, she's traveling to meet up with that person on an all-paid vacation. And according to her, it's Malaysia. Like, all of that put together in like some kind of documentary just in the last 6 months would be fucking killer. To tell the events from when Foodie first started her e-begging shit and asking for money to travel up into where we are right now is really wild to sit there and think about. But it's something to retell over and over. How did I say medication? Hey, Big Bertha. She will never be transparent with how she spends money except food hauls, and that's sus at times too. I agree. I do agree with that, Big Bertha. And thank you for the super chat. Ducos, my money is on something is turning into an emergency in the family home and Salah having to cancel at the last minute. That is very much a possibility. That is very much a possibility. But and with that being said, as of right now, I do believe Foodie thinks this vacation is definitely happening. And you want to know why I think that Foodie thinks this vacation is happening? It's the way that she's acting. And the way, did she have that little outburst or whatever in the mall? Sure. But you can tell that Foodie really believes that at least she thinks that she's about to see Salah in Malaysia. But I think that's a very good possibility too. Because the last time they were talking about traveling and she got busted out on that, she said that Salah had some kind of emergency with the plumbing. So all the money to pay for the vacation went for the plumbing. That situation was sus too. Thank you for being a member for 10 months.
Was she scraped?
Like, it seems so, I don't know what the word that I'm looking for is, but it seems like she's just going on a trip, right? Or she thinks she's going on a trip, whatever. But when you put all these pieces together, what's been happening for the last 6 months, it's a completely different story. You're talking about a woman who ran away from a country and is running back to be with the person who she said was basically going to take her out.
I don't know. He's used to his little routine, yeah. Yeah, he is, yeah. Cinnamon buns or cookies? Ugh. I would say neither. I would, honestly, like, it would be really cool to be on an island and have to learn new survival skills and learn how to fish, learn how to collect water. Okay, if the island had, like, fruits on it and, like, natural food, I would eat that. But if I had to choose, probably cinnamon buns. Yeah, probably the buns. It depends what kind of cookies. If it's those dad's oatmeal cookies, cinnamon buns. I know that's controversial because a lot of people like those, but I don't like them. I don't really like crunchy cookies. I like soft cookies more. Really?
As far as I've heard that theory throughout the community, and I definitely, I think that Salah is definitely telling the truth when he's talking about bringing Foodie all that medication, or I don't know, wants her to believe that. But I don't know if it goes. Foodie is really dumb and ignorant when it comes to stuff like that. But I guess there's always a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? Really, there's shit that we've never even talked about that probably goes on between Foodie and Salah. Like that layer of Foodie and her romance scammer, there are things that we don't even know. We haven't even considered that are happening. Let that sink in.
Yeah, mango.
So much of the unknown. Like, most of the time we're just guessing. We really have no idea what actually happens between the two of them.
Oh, Foodie Scooty, thank you for the rage quit. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do worry about Pizza's health. I wish he would do. Yeah, I know. Poor Fee. He's just very, very depressed, but it's one of those things where his environment and his situation, like, doesn't help. I think if he was surrounded in a good environment where he has really bad anxiety. I said, if it gets really bad.
I just can't believe you have the nerve to sit here and talk about anybody else's health, whether it be physical or mental, Foodie, considering everything about you, girl.
Head over to the walk-in clinic at the mall and get some antidepressants or anti-anxiety medicine or something. He needs protein. Yeah, he doesn't have any.
You don't even eat protein. What are you talking about, girl? Like, you're really something. You really are something. Hey, King Fuzz, this Canadian petri dish was stranded on an island. She'd be one with the sea in less than 48 hours. Well, I don't know. They don't call her the Canadian cockroach for nothing, girl. Thank you for the support, hon. Good to see you. Hello, Shelly Ray. Happy Friday, everyone. I've been listening while I'm getting ready. My son made it here last night. Yes, girl. We are going to do some shopping, lunch, and a long overdue bonding. Have so much fun and enjoy every minute of it, girl. I'm so happy for you. And thank you for the support. Enjoy. I know where I am, we're going to have some very nice weather. So hopefully you get some of that, girl. Ellie says drug trafficking in Malaysia equals, whoa. Well, that went left pretty fast. Ellie, thank you for the information. Appreciate you. Sure hope that doesn't happen to Salon Foodie over there, huh, guys?
Fine. Every day. 0. So I'm gonna make sure he eats a lot of it here. I'm gonna maybe get him that one of those strip loins.
Oh
He needs
my
love and good
God.
food, and yeah. Thank you, Pooh.
You're going to leave him a bucket of rice on the counter and walk away, Foodie. Stop pretending. Meatloaf, frozen meals, pork loin. Yeah, right. Show us, prove it. I want to make content out of you prepping food. Pete's frozen meals. Make content out of it, or it didn't happen.
Yeah. Poor Pete. He doesn't eat protein at all. Rice and sun. No, he doesn't even get sun.
Do you? Ma'am, you were living in the Middle East for 3 years and you are as white as you've ever been. What are you talking about somebody else getting sun? Neither do you, sweetheart. You don't get sun at all.
No, it's okay, Repsion. I think they were just doing their job, so I just, I think my raging made it worse. I apologize to them today. He doesn't take, I don't know if he still takes vitamins or not. I don't think so. He has to.
Are we really fucking doing this right now? Are we discussing whether or not Pete takes his vitamins and how much sun he gets? Unknown poster, the same could be said about Chantel. The only thing keeping her going is the thought of a romance scammer. That's it. If it wasn't for that, she would be just as morbid as Pete's.
He really has bad anxiety, yeah. How does he stay alive? I don't know.
Foodie Beauty's best friend, ladies and gentlemen. Her best friend.
A lot of Swedish berries. Oh, maybe they have gelatin, so there's protein in that. I'm going to stock up my kitchen with healthy stuff for him. Multivitamin gummies. That's another thing. Yeah. At least he'll have a month of,
What?
You two took care of each other when you were living there. Yeah. Sometimes
She really thinks that she's people's savior, doesn't she? At least he'll have a month of, and then she stopped herself. Well, a month of what? Vitamins, rice, pork loin, frozen meatloaf. What, Foodie? Go ahead, tell us.
I watch his.
We're going to keep track of everything that you're saying, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm present on Pete's streams to see what you've left him for 30 days. Every single day, I'm going to make an effort to tune into Pete's stream to see what's for fucking dinner, to see what Foodie Beauty left him to eat for the 30 days. I want to watch him eat that fucking frozen meatloaf. That's what I'm going to do.
Chat. I try not to give it attention, but I usually watch his live streams a lot.
And I want to see him take those vitamins. And I'm going to demand that he show proof that he's taking or even has multivitamins that you claim that you're buying him.
Chat.
So you might want to be careful about the lies that you're spewing. We're going to take note. We're going to write it all down.
Some people like to stir up crap and try to plant it in his head not to watch BG. I'm not a good friend and stuff like that.
So she stays in the bushes. I know I was over talking her while she was talking, but she just said that while Pete's is live, that she's normally watching and reading chat. She doesn't give a fuck what Pete's is saying. She just gave it away. She ain't over there watching Pete. She ain't over there supporting him. She's reading his chat like the psycho that she is. She's doing to Pete's what Salah does to her. She's writing names down. She's writing dates down. She's asking Peter, why is this person allowed in your chat? Why are you letting them say this about me? She has dates and highlights and everything that she reports back to him. She's a creep.
Like I would do anything for him. Like they're like, I don't know what they're talking about, but I just ignore it. But I think that a lot of people don't have his best interest in mind.
Remember when you were with Dishwasher and you said that Peter's mental health was not your problem? You want to go ahead and say that again, Foodie, with your whole chest, with your whole gunt? How you would do anything for Pete, please. Katharina, hello. When my son house or pet sits for me, I have given him access to my Walmart app and he gets what he likes. Oh, also no worries. I've got a good boy. It sounds like you do. And that's so nice of you. And thank you for being a member for 16 months. I look forward to a life like that where I pack me and my wife up and we speed away down to Florida and I leave one of my kids in charge to take care of the animals and we get to go and live our best lives. I do. I look forward to that life. I'm not even playing neither. I'm not trolling you guys. I really mean it. I can't wait. It's going to be fucking fantastic, And they get to live their best life too. It's all about independence. Kids love independence. Thank you for being a member, hun. Hello, Tamara. Happy Friday, guys. Much needed beautiful weather here in Oklahoma. I'm going to catch some OU college baseball games this weekend. Hell yes, that sounds like a good time. She's not a friend at all. She's really not. She's a bad friend. Coming on here telling all your business, making up things and stories about things that you're going to buy them, knowing good and fucking well you're not. She's the worst kind of person to have for a friend. The only reason that she's being this nice to Pete's and saying nice things about him and offering to, you should go out and buy him some things to eat at your house. You should leave him. He's house sitting for you. He's watching your cat so you can gunt off to Malaysia to be with your romance scammer. It's not like you're doing anything nice for this person. Are you compensating him financially? That's not your child. That's not somebody related to you. That's your friend that you're asking to uproot their life and come live in your house for, according to you, a month while you run off with your romance scammer. So my question to you, are you compensating him? Are you paying him? Because I think we all know, it's safe to say that one thing that Pete's needs is money. You know, give him a couple $100, bare minimum, for coming and staying. Don't just buy him food. You're supposed to feed him. He's your house guest. Tamara, thank you for the support, hon. She'll pay him back in protein. Wink, wink. Stop it.
Anything for him. Like, they're like, you know, like, I don't know what they're talking about. But I just ignore it. But I think that a lot of people don't have his best interest in mind. That's for sure. You seen him cook?
You won't even let Pete's in your apartment right now. You let him come over when you thought it was over between you and Salah, when he told you that y'all were divorced. You let him come over like once or twice. You won't let him in your apartment now. You wouldn't go over there and see him and take him where he needed to go when you had that rental because of Salah. But now that you need Pete's, he's allowed to come in your house and you love him and you would do anything for him. You are so fake, dude. You're a fake Muslim. You're a fake friend. You're just a fake person.
Pasta. You guys can help him. When I'm gone, you can help him cook. You guys know how my apartment works, right? So if help him out with the stove and soup, a cereal, or a chowder. It's definitely a chowder. That's interesting.
She really does think that she's doing him a favor, and he's the one uprooting his life. I don't care if he's living in a room. It's still his room. Doesn't matter where you are. Home is home. Nobody wants to uproot themselves for a whole entire month, even if it is to a nicer place. It's still not his shit. It's not his place.
Like, what qualifies as a chowder? He would eat TV dinners until he boycotted the company. Yes. Yeah, he's funny. Chowder is thick and creamy. Yum. Stove does not come on unless you are seated. Imagine.
Yep. Fake disabled. Exactly. Remember when she was a fake gay? Do you guys remember that? Do you remember when she was fake gay? That's crazy.
Are you being a smartass? No, I'm just joking.
I guess the question is, what haven't you faked, Foodie? What's left? How can you offend people more? How does somebody fake being gay? Like, let that set in.
I went to the AMBM this morning.
You know what's even worse, though, about that whole faking being gay and I hate pussy comment is the fact that we all know, because she's admitted it, admitting that was wild. You could have just lied. You could have just never said anything about you going nose to puss with Dee Dee. Is the fact that situation happened. And you were dead set. Like, yeah, I'm not gay. Especially as an adult, you figured it out that that's just not your thing. You're not into that. And you only did that. You only did that situation, not because you're curious or you just want to see what it's like, girl. No, you did that to make Dishwasher happy because you were trying to be the third wheel of their relationship. Does it really get any more pathetic than that? Because that's pretty fucking bad. When you think about everything that happened in that situation and that situation alone, that's pretty bad. She did, Tally. She took Pete's to a pride parade. That's when she was faking being gay. She sure did. Remember, she was talking about getting a girlfriend. That again. That all had to do with Dishwasher and trying to make Dishwasher jealous. That all played in together. Hey, 10KD. Pull up pot sticker says people don't have his best interest. That was a shot at his girl. She hates that girl. See. I've got to get caught back. I got to get not caught back up, girl, because I ain't never been into Pete's and his live streams, but I got to go over there and do my own investigation to see what's going on with that. Are you throwing shots at Peter's girl? Is that what you're doing? Saying that she doesn't have his best? I mean, I'll tell you right now, if that was my man or if that was my woman and that was his or, well, let's just stick to man, okay? Doesn't matter that I'm married to a woman now. Doesn't matter, okay? None of that matters. Listen. If I was that girl and Pete's was my man and he told me that his ex-baby mama, ex-fiance, ex of like 7 years wants him to do him a solid and stay at her apartment, I'm going to say, hell no. Absolutely not. No way. That's disrespectful. Ain't no way, bitch. No. You want to go stay there? Well, I guess you can be single. It's really that simple. No. I don't care if you are what you are and, no.
There's no cat meat in
Thank you, Plump.
Malaysia.
Who would tolerate that, I mean, not only, we're not just talking about somebody who, had a relationship. It was a 7-year relationship. They were engaged to be married. Foodie claims that she was pregnant by Pete's not once, but twice. What else? What else am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing something else. And you want to go stay in her apartment and do her a favor. And all it's going to bring is a bunch of trouble because she's one of the most hated people on YouTube. That's going to cause problems in our life. Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Alien, well, if she does, she does. But she climbs on your fan. All his followers are followers of reactors. I think he has a couple of really decent ones. His Catherine follower seems really nice. Uncle Buck. Yeah, some of them are Beezers too. The Beezers. Some of them do follow. Yeah, he has some that are my haters. He's my brother. You're in Pete's chat sometimes, Belle. Mars Attacks. I want to rewatch that. I love that movie. They play a lot of Slim Whitman. I remember you. You're the one.
Yeah, exactly. She literally put Pete's in debt more than once. She fucked up her credit. She maxed out all of her credit cards. Then she fucked up his credit and all his credit cards. And then when she needed him again, here's what's so fucked up about Chantel. Like she can, the worst, when people do really bad things in their life and they say shit like, oh, well, that's in my past and I'm a brand new person, but yet they still continue to be bad people. At some point, it doesn't matter if it happened 10 years ago. You still got to hold them accountable for what they did because they're still the same person that they are present day. Anyways, when Foodie and Pete's were engaged to be married and she cheated on him with BB and ended up moving into his apartment, and when that relationship with BB went south after they were together for years after that, the only one of the biggest reasons that she moved in with Pete's was why, ladies and gentlemen? Because Foodie's credit was so fucked up. She couldn't get an apartment in her name. So she needed Peter to put the apartment, the villa, in his name. So, oh my God, I love you, Pete, so much. Let's move in together. I'll pay all the bills. I'll take care of everything. The only thing you need to do is sign your John Hancock right here, right to the dotted line. And Pete said, say less. And he signed his name and they moved in together. You guys remember that? Again, what is she bringing to the table? Exactly, Petty Cake. That's what kind of person she is. Like, imagine going back to your ex-fiance. You guys were so in love that you all got engaged together. You end up not just cheating on that person. She didn't just cheat on Pete's. She moved out and started a relationship with somebody she didn't even know. And Pete said that he was willing to forgive her and act like it didn't happen. Just don't leave me. And she said, I don't really like you anymore. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Should you ever be in a relationship with somebody that you're not in love with? No. But is that the way to handle it? Also, no. She really put him in a position because they were paying bills together. They had a life together. They had an apartment together. So once again, that was the first time that she put him in that really horrible position. And so then she moves in with BB. She needs him again. So he gets a place in his name. They move in together. And she tells him to quit his job and they're going to do YouTube together. You don't have to worry about working. I got you. We'll pay the bills with the money that we make on YouTube. So she completely rebranded her YouTube name. It was the Chantel and Pete show. And I mean, like less than 24 hours, she had changed her mind. She was like, well, You can do vlogs with me and stuff, but I don't want to be the Chantel and Pete show. So she changed her name back to, I don't know, Foodie Beauty, Chantopolis, one of the many that she's had. And so, you know the story. She got with Dishwasher, that whole situation. Dishwasher, just like Salah, even though Dishwasher wasn't in love with Foodie, just like Salah is not in love with Foodie, they view Pete's as a threat, as somebody Chantel is giving money to, as somebody, just another man, doesn't matter, is a threat to them. So Dishwasher didn't want Foodie around Pete's. And so she would treat Pete's like he was a piece of shit, like an actual piece of shit, and would tell all his business on the internet. She's just a bad person. There's so many things from her past. It ain't just shit that she's done on YouTube. It's literally been since day one.
Who said I love you too a few years ago? Yeah, I had her blocked a long time ago. I don't bother seeing the tape, you know. Do you have a list of products he approves? He's going to give me a list before I go shopping the week before.
Am I saying that she kept pizza in a bag in her freezer? You could say that, Fauntleroy. Instead of saying you got somebody in your back pocket, you could just say she's got pizza in the bag in the freezer. Yes, it's true. Big Bertha says, I'm worried she'll do it again because if she dips, he's there 30 days. It could stick with him if she's not paying bills. He'll have to take care of BG and stuff. Utilities could get turned off. If this trip is happening, if she's doing what I think she's doing, and if she has been doing what I think she's been doing, which is not paying her bills, at least not paying her rent, that's exactly what her plan is. In my opinion, Foodie is gearing up to do the same thing that she's done to Peter in the past twice. This is going to be the third time. But you know what? Whose fault is that? How many times does a person have to show you who they are before you're willing to believe it? How many times are you going to let somebody do you like that? Because what'll happen once the 30 days is up and she stays wherever she's staying for longer and she extends her trip, she's going to convince Peter, oh, stay here longer. Take care of BG longer. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be home in another month. And he's like, well, you know, I haven't been there in a month and I'm going to lose my room. So she's like, it's fine. You can just live there forever. And he's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, just move in. And he's like, okay, I'll do that. And then eventually the apartment's gone. Everything's turned off. He's got to find somewhere new to go. But again, how many times does a person have to show you who they are before you're willing to believe it? These things and who you are in the past, they're there for a reason. Do people make mistakes? Yes. But continuing to make these same mistakes, being a gross, horrible human being over and over and over, that's at that point, that's who you are. That is your identity. And that is Foodie's identity. It ain't that she made a mistake, you know, when she did what she did to Pete, or she made a mistake with the mall security. I mean, we could go on and on. This is who Chantel is. She's a horrible, bad person. And anybody she surrounds herself with, she's going to do you dirty. Even other bad people. I mean, you can go back and you can look at the dishwasher situation and what she tried to do to that person and the what she's going to do to Salah. And he's very well aware of it, and what she did to Salah's friends and what she said about their family. She's just a really bad fucking person. That's why her family doesn't have a whole lot to do with her, nor do they want to test the waters and speak out against her, because they're well aware of what she's capable of doing. Foodie is the type of person that will make time. Think about the person who decided to speak out against her, and what did she threaten to do? I'm going to call CPS on you.
You're in his chat too, Wasi?
Thank you, Bertha.
Sweet. Cat meat. Some people. Well, I say that because I think that in China, some parts of China, they do, some areas, but they don't in Malaysia. I'm pretty sure, because it's a Muslim country. Like, it's a, you know, Muslim majority. AMBM, no.
Street Carb says, just sending you a super chat to wait a minute. I'm all off today. Street Carb says, just sending you a super chat to make you read, to distract you from the current topic, just to piss off the losers that complain about reactors talking too much and reading the super chat. Happy Friday. It's so funny that you say that. Maybe you've seen the comment that I've seen. It's very possible, since you're saying that. There was somebody in my comment section that they were really upset because of how much talking I do and how much entertaining or interaction I do with the chat. And that is what we do over here. We interact with the chat. That's the whole part of the live streams. That's why they're so long. If I was just reacting to video, it'd be a lot shorter. It's the live interaction with the audience. There was a time that I did recorded reactions where you didn't have to worry about that. Maybe one day I'll start doing that again. Like that is the plan, is to kind of do recorded reactions for the people who don't want to interact with the chat and things like that, or be here for the support and the super chats. That's fine. I get it. But that's not what we're doing right now. But there are other channels out there who provide that, and they do great jobs where they're not doing live reactions and they're just doing recorded content. So you could just pivot out to them. You don't have to necessarily be so mean, but whatever, I suppose. Street Carp, thank you, girl. I appreciate you. It's not for everybody. And I'm very long-winded, and I usually talk way more than what we watch on the video. And it's been like that for years. It's just been like that for years. You play a little bit of the video, and then basically it's the rest of the time it's just us trying to put all the pieces together. We're here for the interaction. I think so. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you.
Hi, Fernanda. Do you have an Amazon wish list? No. Should I make one now? Hey, Snots and Trots. Why? Who's going to buy me a frying pan?
She's not. You want to know why she's not going to go through with the Amazon wish list? She will if it's stuff that she can pack in her suitcase. Hey, spiteful Pinky Jean. This is our show. Turn the damn channel, Karen. Yeah, Karen. Coming in here giving us all kinds of shit. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Just bullying me to death, spiteful Pinky Jean. Sometimes I don't know how I'm going to continue to go on. But the support from you guys and all the love in the chat, it keeps me gunting one day at a time. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Miss T says, just putting this out there, I would gladly take BG while Foodie nails. I will not make content out of her, and you can call my vet for reference. The problem with that is, and you really can't, and this is not in defense of Foodie whatsoever, you really can't blame her for not wanting to take that chance again. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You cannot blame her. The only thing that what you can blame Foodie for is for getting another fucking cat. She knew she was not going to stay in Canada. She knows she's in no position to take care of animals. She should get all the shit in the world for that. She should have never, ever done that. But when it comes time to rehome BG, there are so many people in this community who are close to where, or would be willing to drive and would give BG a good home and wouldn't make content out of it and wouldn't lie and say that BG is going to be in this situation when she's actually going to be in this situation. But I just don't see her doing that. So who knows what she's going to end up doing with that cat? We really don't know. And I don't really want to think about it, but we knew that day was going to come. And I feel like it's getting nearer and nearer and nearer, closer, whatever. Miss T, thank you for the support, hon. I just don't see it happening. She was, you have to understand that with BBJ, because it's been so long ago, I don't think you guys remember, like she was told all kinds of stuff. That the woman who was getting BBJ was also somebody who was sick, and it was a perfect match for her. And it was like just her and her husband. And they even went as far as to send like pictures of the house, which was not enough in, investigation on Chantel's end. I'm not saying that but for her to do all that again, no way. Unfortunately, no. Ship Shape Fitness, please don't ever change. Thank you, Ship Shape. I don't think that I will. I don't think I have it in me to change. not in a that kind of way anyways. Thank you for being a member, hun. Beach Girl, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you so much. Hold on a second. I got behind in chat. Big Bertha says, I get sad when I replay. I'm here more for y'all than for Chantel. Hashtag support group forever. Hashtag Yabba's bitches. Love y'all. I love y'all too. Listen, I look forward to all this shit every day. The chat, the conspiracy theories. What do you think's happening? The polls, the drama, the drama within like the community, like even like the little fights that people get in, I'm here for all of it. I really am. And I don't get sick of it. And I think that's really what keeps me going, is that I haven't yet got to a point to where I'm burnt out of that. Do I get burnt out of Chantel? Sure. To some extent, even then, it's very temporary. I'll need to cut out for like a couple hours, and then I'm right. As soon as I see something on Twitter, it draws me right back in. And really without this community, I couldn't keep going because I would lose interest. If I was just watching Chantel without all of this other interaction from all these other creators, from all the people on Twitter, I wouldn't fucking care. I just wouldn't. You're right. It's the community that keeps people coming back. It really is. Hey, Drama B, love you too, girl, and thank you for the support. Just take your daily reactions one by one. One by one. That's right, Snarky. I heard Karen is over at Capone's trailer frying Snickers and Capone's bedside fried Eddie. It's Capone is still at it, I see. That's great. Y'all are bullying poor Capone to death, Bunny. I see that she still gets around. Thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. Thank you, Cancer Warrior. We put time into that. We put time into that for sure.
Yeah, it's harder for him to go to Europe, Neil. That's why. It would take a lot more planning, special visa when you have a Syrian passport. So, but maybe someday.
It would take a whole lot more money too to go somewhere like Europe. You and Salah go to places that Salah can travel to, and not only that, but places that aren't going to cost you two a lot of money.
Hello. Yes, make one, please. Really? Okay.
I can, Kyle. Kyle, that's how they all look. When it comes down to it, that's how they all look.
I have seen skin. Oh, no. Oh, I can't. Eating a dog and cat is haram anyways. I would never eat it. No.
Lord almighty, how do we get
I'm able
here?
to see the address on Amazon wishlist now? What? Well, then maybe I won't, even though people already know it. I mean, people already know it. Are you scooting around? No. I'm going to force...
Capone is an old school troll from the community. Big time loser. We'll leave it at that. Crazy Cat Lady Stephanie, thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. Ducos, thank you so much for gifting one the YouTube Underground membership. Kel, welcome, new member. That's right, Midwest. Thank you, Duco.
Myself to walk, I have a halal chicken and potatoes. What, Shudster?
Gang.
Oh. Really? I'll check it out. Oh, yeah. I think that's how it is now, isn't it?
Ooh,
They go
big
you.
Bertha.
There's
trumpet.
Gross! No wigs. Oh, Seas Bees. Makes chicken soup from scratch.
I don't know if you're trolling or if you're being serious. Or where you would have got this information from. Capone is rolling around the community with her donated scooter because poor. I can believe it. I can believe it, Bunny. Thank you for the support, hon. You're funny.
Sorry, I suppose.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, hon. My doggy of 22 years passed away yesterday. I know that really. That's horrible, hon. Please hang in there. Rojo says that thanks Salah will be surprised about how much weight she has gained during her Canadian health arc. Oh my gosh, she's gained at least 40 pounds in 4 months. I believe that. And you know what? You make a good point saying in her Canadian health arc. So the thing is that we're left with a big fat question mark. One of these days I'm going to have a whiteboard and we're going to do it. I'm going to put it on wheels and like set it right next to me. And we're going to sit there and write on it. Right now we'll take this opportunity to write a big fat question mark, because was this whole split, Foodie coming back from Syria to Canada, was it because of the internet, and was it because Salah was spending too much time with his family, or does she just need a break for whatever reason, come back to Syria, try to get healthy, get her Canadian insurance back, eat all the food that she wanted to eat, and then them hook back up? Like, what was the real reason for that split that never really happened? Because when Foodie came back, and if you remember the way that she acted and like the shock of it all for Foodie, like, okay, now that I'm here, I'm ready to go back. What was it ever about? But thinking about Foodie and who she is and how she handles things and how she's very impulsive, which is also very true, I am tempted to believe it played out exactly what it looked like, with Foodie just being psychotic, not willing to share Salah, just upset over the food situation, how uncomfortable she was, and the fact that, and I do think that Salah invited Foodie to go with him to his families and stuff, but she was so out of place and she was so uncomfortable because of the obvious. And there's also a wife too, is a very big possibility. That's true. But she's trying to get herself back in that same situation that she, according to her, fought to get out of. She was also uncomfortable. Yeah, Fondue. But doesn't it seem that's what she's working towards again, is to that same situation? There's nothing that's going to be different about that. 100% food. So now, do you think, Rojo, thank you for the support. Do you think that this is the new, like, let me go ahead and raise the funds for us to go to vacation every so often, and then we'll meet up, we'll spend a couple of weeks together, and then we'll go our separate ways? This in the next couple of weeks, you don't even have to answer that, because I know everybody has different opinions or whatever. The next few weeks are going to be very telling. Whether she goes on this vacation, whether Salah shows up, if Foodie actually goes back in 30 days to Canada, because that also is going to be very telling, because it's my belief that Foodie is not paying rent. So if she returns to Canada in 30 days, like, back to normal, then I'm wrong. Then somehow, some way, she managed to pay her rent. She managed to pay her bills, and she was making way more money than I ever thought doing private content. It's going to be, like I said, the next 30 to 60 days are going to be very, very, very telling for the Foodie Chantel verse show. It really will, in my opinion. Hey, Grace, I just want to say this is my first time here and I'm loving the vibes. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here, girl. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. I wonder how you found us. Because we've been around for a while, but welcome to the shit show, as we like to call it. 10KD, hello. I really think she made his family so uncomfortable and miserable that she got kicked out. The thing is, I definitely think that she made, like, she did not fit in. We heard her talking about his family, and, like, just the way that she would act or whatever. I think that when Foodie would say stuff like, I'm going back to Canada, when she used to do that in Kuwait, let me be clear. When she used to threaten Salah to go back to Canada when they were in Kuwait, he would fight that. He'd say, no, babe, I'm sorry. You want to go do this? We'll spend time together. Like, he would give in to whatever she wanted to make her forget about going back to Canada. But when she was in Syria, I think Salah was getting a lot of shit from his family about Foodie and how she was making the situation, like, really uncomfortable because of who she is and just how she is or whatever. So when she would start to say things like, I'm going back to Canada, Salah, he wouldn't fight back the way that he used to in Kuwait. And I think that made her even more mad and more upset. And then we would get outburst.
Don't talk to me!
Like that. So I don't think they necessarily told her to leave. I just don't think that Salah fought her going back to Canada. And I think it made her more mad that he didn't do that. So she was like, oh, you really don't think I will? Well, is this what you want, Salah? Are you sure?
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.
Because at the end of the day, she knows that Salah is using her for money. I love this shit. It never gets old. 10KD, thank you, hon. I appreciate you. Drama V says, I think being in Canada has been so hard on her because in Syria, she got that feeling of being better than others because she was rich there. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. And you know what, though? Like, it's hard to say. Like, I'm sure life in Syria was hard on Foodie. And I think now being in Canada and going through the shit that she's going through, she probably was like, I should have just toughed it out. The internet, I should have just dealt with it. The electricity, I could have dealt with it. Life for me was better because, like you said, I'm better than everybody. I can look down on people. And honestly, she could probably afford to feed herself more. She's more stressed out in Canada because she can't have both. She can't pay her bills and have all this food that she wants. It's, in my opinion, it's not happening. I don't think she's paying her bills, but we'll see. Drama V, thank you for the support, hun. Hey, Yabba and Sam's fourth cat. You're so funny. I wonder if she yelled at Salah that he has a shriveled dick like she did the security guard. Probably. Probably. If Foodie hasn't seen it in person, could you imagine if Foodie really hasn't seen it in person and the first time that she got to see it was when he took that picture and sent it to Cabela? That's crazy. Oh, man. Rojo says, I think with Salah sees, yes, he wanted her to get healthy to travel while scamming her. Yeah, if Foodie gains so much weight, she can't do content. She can't, travel with him to take him on all these vacations. Then he's going to have to tap in and find a new one. I don't disagree. And thank you for the support, hun. Fondue says, don't forget he caught her bluff, faked falling Oh, yeah. At the airport bus, stalled an extra month for him to change his mind. And so Law let her leave. Dude, I forgot all about that. I did. Remember when she was supposed to leave a long time ago? And then she claimed that she passed out at the airport and she had to stay another month. And so Law still did not beg her to stay. Dude, I forgot all about that. Thank you for that reminder, Fondue. And thank you for the support. Yaba and Sam's fourth cat, thank you so much for gifting. Won the YouTube Underground membership just for today, 2026. Welcome, welcome, a new member. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Baby goats, almost a year as a poor. Love you, dear leader. Love you too, girl. And thank you for being a member as always. Hold on just a second. Absolutely think that was her first time seeing it. The picture, God, pathetic. Oh, let me end the poll. Holy shit, almost 1,500 votes, bro. Do you think the trip will happen? 1.4 thousand votes. 52% say no, and 48% say yes. Wow. That is almost a 50-50 split. I know a lot of you all are not gonna, well, half of you motherfuckers, the less side, right? But I think it's gonna happen. I really think it's gonna happen. I think the only way that it won't happen is something happens at the last minute with Salah's passport. But I think they're both going. I think they're going. I think we're gonna see Salah. We're gonna see his goofy face. I think we're gonna hear his goofy laugh. And I'm not mad about it. And that's let's have this conversation real quick and then I got to get out of here. I'm not mad if that's what is going to happen. I think either way, any way that this works out, it's going to be very entertaining. But seeing Foodie in Malaysia in the humid heat while Salah is recording and uploading this content for us is fucking going to be chef's kiss. Is he going to be annoying because he's there and I cannot? The thought of it makes me cringe. Yes, I'm not looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to seeing Foodie in the wild in Malaysia. This trip is going to wreck her ass. It really is. It is going to wreck her ass. Midwest Bird says, after the stream, please check out Fauntleroy's newest video. Yes, it is linked in the chat. Thank you, Midwest Bird, for that. The thumbnail is fucking great. It is a banger. Okay, 10KD says it's happening. I got my candle on deck. Her to will her ass back to. I'm dead. I think he sent her back to teach her a lesson because she was being ungrateful. And he was like, you know what? Go home. I can agree with that too, Snarky. I really can. She has nothing to wear to Malaysia. What did she wear the last time that she went? Foodie doesn't really change for the different climates that she's going to be in. It's all the same crap. She doesn't buy clothes because she can't find clothes that fit her right. And you know, like I don't really go off of the fact that she really doesn't have anything to wear to counter out for going to Malaysia. She'll wear that fucking sweater to Malaysia. She's just ridiculous like that. I don't have my glasses on and it's a lot more terrifying. Lights are not her Jesus burrito prayer candles. Do y'all remember where that came from? We were doing a reaction to a mukbang. It was a Taco Bell. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing. Whatever. I'm going to tell the story. Okay. A lot of you already know it, but some don't. Some people don't know. Like either they miss out or they're new. We were doing a reaction to a Foodie Beauty mukbang, Taco Bell mukbang, and she's double fisting some kind of burrito. And it was Misanthropy. She's a mod on our channel. She's sitting there and she's watching it. And she's like, we had paused as Foodie was taking a bite to do as we always do, talk a whole bunch of shit. And then I see it in the chat. Miss Ann says, that's got dishwasher's face on it. And I'm like, I look over and I was like, oh my God, it does. So that's how the Nodder Burrito prayer candle was ever born. And then we created a candle. And every time we need to get proof of life of Chantel or summons her back to Canada, or we light our candles all across the world. So many people have the Nodder Burrito Jesus prayer candles and we all light them together. It does work. It does work. That candle, it works wonders. It really does. That shit is fucking hilarious. What's Sassy Mama say? when I'm late. Yeah, we even have the emoji in chat. We got the not a burrito prayer candle emoji. We sure do. Anyways, so okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Okay, I thought about it. I thought about telling you all this story. Baby, feel free to stop me at any time. If not, I'm gonna continue to go. Okay, this ain't got nothing to do with Chantel, right? So some of you remember me talking about this. Do you ever remember me talking about and tell you all how I did that ancestry thing like 8 years ago? Do you remember? And I thought for a minute, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but I just think it's so fucking insane and crazy that I can't help but to fucking talk about it. So anyways, it was like 8 years ago or whatever that I did this ancestry DNA kit because I don't know a lot about my dad's side of the family. I didn't ask a lot of questions. Never grew up with any of my dad's people. Don't know them. Yada, yada, yada. That shit, right? Bunny says, speaking of wrecked booties, last night I found out hot plate. Oh my God. Bunny, for the love of God. See, this is why Butter Crumpet said pre-read your shit before you put it on the fucking screen. Listen, she doesn't, I don't know if she likes it or not, but the girl is trying to get her some appliances. So let her work. Let that woman go ahead and get her a dishwasher or whatever it is that she needs over there. If that's what she's got to do to make it happen, then so fucking be it, Bunny. All right. Thank you for that. Detroit love. Hello. I'm going to enjoy seeing Cutie uncomfortable. Basically. Yeah, we're very much looking forward to that. And it's going to be great because we're not just seeing Foodie uncomfortable. We get to see somebody else. When you get to see it from somebody else's perspective and they're doing the recording or whatever, it changes everything. Like nobody has ever liked dishwasher and nobody has ever liked Salah. But what we do appreciate, especially when it comes to Salah, is that he's got us some banger screenshots or whatever, some good stills, some good angles. If you don't know who Hot Plate, just don't ask. Okay. If you're not subbed up to Alex Glitter shit and you're not following along with the Hot Plate drama, I don't know what to tell you. That's a whole nother level of drama they got going on over there. And it is a good time. So very highly recommended. Okay. So anyways, let me tell you this story and then I got to get out of here. Okay. So I had like third and fourth cousins and like very distant family members that was on that side. And I never, you're never going to figure that shit out. Right. So I'm just like, whatever. And so I don't even really mess with that or nothing like that. Don't look at it. Don't bother with it. But what was it, Sam? Oh, you want to know when it happened? Bitch? It was the day that Chantel showed her. It was at the same fucking time. This was so crazy because I'm caught up in Chantel drama. Like I'm up to my eyeballs in it. I'm watching everything. I'm raw dogging all of it. I'm watching Chantel show her ass at the mall and out in the wild, and she gets kicked out of one place. So I'm pretty sure I got this message at the same time that she was having this little interaction with the security guards. So on ancestry.com, let me explain in case you don't know how it works. Not anybody can come on there and find you. Nobody can message you unless you match with them. Your DNA matches somehow. And when you match with somebody with your DNA, it says how you match and what side they're from. And so I get this message from this guy. And then it says, he says in the message, he goes, "Hey, I just wanted to see if you wanted to talk. I know how we're related." I'm like, that's weird. I've never, I haven't been on this thing in forever. So I go on his profile and I go to look at how we're related. And it says half brother or uncle. Like it'll give you the possibility of whichever one. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Anyways, long story short, come to find out this guy's my half brother, that I have two brothers and a younger sister. So while all this shit's going down and I'm listening to all this shit happening with Chantel because I can't miss it because I got to keep up with all of it. I'm getting all this information about my dad's side of the family. I've never seen this man a day in my life. They're sending me all the pictures of my dad, what he looks like, what my grandma looks like, all the information. So the two brothers are like, we're basically like the same age. And then my sister, my half sister, whatever, she's significantly, and I'll leave it at that, younger than I am. Yeah. So I'm looking at these and I'm still not believing it. Even though I know all this shit is done through DNA, I'm just like, and so Sam finally gets home from work or whatever. And I'm like, so they send me all of these pictures. So I'm, of course, the first thing I'm going to do is show Sam these pictures of who they're saying my dad is. And I'm like, there ain't no way, right? And she's laughing and she's smiling or whatever. She's like, look at it. And I'm like, of course, I'm just like smacking her in the arm or whatever. I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, no way. No way. So like a lot of questions were answered like on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's just wild. So it's been a whole lot that I've been having to process, and such a like they all knew each other. They all knew each other. They all knew each other existed. They had no idea I existed. They're convinced that my dad didn't know that I existed. So here's the funnier part. Here's the funniest part to me that I just find so fucking hilarious. So my mom's dead. My mom died. She died back in 2010. So I can't ask that motherfucker. She's done dead. She's sitting right. Mom, I hope you're listening. Showing your ass. So I can't ask her no questions. So of course, I contact my aunt, and the first thing she's like, "They're scamming you," and I'm like, "They can't be scamming me. This is all DNA. I'm telling you, I don't know who that man is, but it's not your father. I know who your father is. I know who your mother said your father is. That man is not your father." And again, I'm trying to explain to her that this person cannot contact me unless they match with me by DNA. And it says right there, like, she's such a fucking boomer. She goes, "I'm going to go talk to your other aunt. I'll call you back." So she hangs up on me or whatever. And I guess she trots over and she tells this story to my other aunt, which is my mom's other sister. And so then she calls me back later on after she's confirmed, of course, with my other aunt. They came to the conclusion themselves, these fucking boomers, that, again, I'm wrong. And that whoever these people are contacting me are they're not real. They're not my family. They don't want me to be involved. They don't want me to talk to these people. Abort mission and just act like it never happened. And that shit has been just so fucking funny to me. So I'm glad that there's some entertainment and some really fucking comedic, shit to go with this, because it's very overwhelming, because they want to meet up. They want to get to know each other, like texting and all that. And I'm like, see, y'all know everything. Y'all know each other. You kind of, I guess, you've had these relationships or whatever. So it's a little bit, especially because I'm very much a person who protects their space. Like, I don't just let anybody in. Like, there's always a big wall up. So I mean, I'm open to it. We just got to get to that point. Anyway, so that's my story. I figured I'd share it with you guys. That's pretty much all I got. So if I've seemed like I've been a little bit off my game recently, especially since all that shit has happened, I have. You could go with once. What? You could go once with security? Well, I'll be going with my wife. I guess that could be my security. Bailey Bug says, "That's so awesome. Yeah, but I think your aunts are covering up for your mom, though." Yes. Yeah, listen, I've heard the stories about him. I know he was also somebody who enjoyed the bar scene, who was a drinker, was a partier, was a gambler. Like, they've got the time and they've told me everything. So I'm putting that together with my mom, and I can understand exactly. And it's like, it's fine. Like, you don't have to sit here and say this and die on that hill. Like, you know who my mom is. And I know who my mom is. And this over here makes a whole lot of fucking sense. It's totally fine, but it's fucking hilarious. Baby, thank you for the support, hon. 10 KD says, "This is my dono for your therapy fund to process this, girl." I know. God. And like, saying things, I decided last night to have the conversation with my boys. Okay. Because I had debated whether or not I was going to tell any of the kids, because they're kids. Like, I've believe it or not, with everything that you guys have seen, play out in my life over the internet, things that have been out there, whatever, I've been very, very guarded and very protective of things that I exposed them to. I really am. So I thought about it for a few days. And then last night I had to go somewhere with the two boys, and they helped me do something. And I thought, I don't know, why not go ahead and tell them? And the way that they responded was not the way that I expected. I just feel like, for the most part, they really they didn't get it, Like they're going to be 16 and 17. So they're old enough to have these conversations with, but I think they were very confused, you know? And I was like, well, what do you think? I said, if you knew somehow, I said, you don't. I said, but if you did, like when you were adults like me, I said, would you want to meet them? And they both said no. They were like, no, we don't know them people. Why I was like, really? You wouldn't be curious? And they were like, no. I'm like, okay. All right, thanks for that. So, anyways, I'm so afraid to do a DNA test. My dad was a whore. There's 5 of us confirmed. My family rumor a possibility of being 13 from East Coast to Alaska. Yeah, I told them, I said, yeah, I have a feeling you're probably going to find more. Because so my older brother is the one who did the DNA test. So that's like the first time that they've done it and put it on one of those sites or whatever. And he just did it for the first time in January. So I don't know if he waited to reach out. I don't know how any of that played out. I really don't. But he just like got access or joined in January. 10KD, thank you for the support, hun. They are kids. Boys are that. Teenage boys. Yeah, it's true. Mommy of 2, hello. Same thing happened with me. Turns out I was adopted and my mom was gaslighting me, telling me I was being scammed by 23andMe. And listen, I don't think that my aunts have any bad intentions by trying to tell me. Number one, I really honestly believe that again, listen to me, when I tell you my aunts are fucking boomers, they're boomers. Like, and I don't mean that as to come off as insulting or anything like that. Like my aunts are in their 60s, they're older, they don't do a whole lot of social media. Okay. So I don't think that they're necessarily trying to lie to me. But I think they are convinced of themselves that this is all fake and phony. It's a whole thing, but eventually they'll come around. Regardless, it's whatever. Damn it. Yeah, I know. Hey, girl, shut up. God. Mommy too. Thank you for the support. Follow Ray says, yeah, but I'm in your situation myself, and I've had no interest in meeting them personally. I don't know. Like, they seem really nice and really cool. And like, I don't feel like here's my problem is that I'm a very, very, very loyal person. Like, even if like I've ever had any kind of falling outs with my family or anything like that, like I love all of them, you know, through all of it. I love all of them. And now that I think back about it, like, and I think about my childhood, and then I'm like, they did a pretty fucking good job considering. Like, everybody really stepped up. I never went without. I always had, you know, new clothes, new shoes. Like, we had really fun summers. I had a really good time hanging out with, I had so many cousins, so many aunts and uncles that stepped up. I really, honestly, hearing the stories, like, I got lucky. I really got lucky, and I was really lucky to have the family that I have. And so I don't want it to feel like that it's, you know, like it's disloyalty, you know, meeting these people. And it's not. It's just, I guess, seeing who you are. I don't, it's a lot. Like I said, like 10KD said, maybe some therapy might help to walk you through that situation, if that makes sense. Font, thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Kimberly. I found a half a sister that way. It's really something, isn't it? It's the DNA. And you know what's so crazy is, like, when you go, if you're a person who is unsure of what family you have out there, and you order one of these kits and you do the swab and everything. And like, for me, I was like, okay, baby, I'm going to send this off and I'm going to find out all about my family. And so when I did it and I had access, and I was like, this is nothing. You know, the only person that reached out to me was my mom's cousin. We came up as a match. Like I said, there was my dad's family on there, but very distant. Like, normally people aren't messaging like their 7th cousin, right? So I was like, I just paid $100 for this crap. And so as years go on, you just forget all about it. And so, like, when you're like 8 years into this shit and then you get a message out of nowhere, that's when it really hits. Hey, Charlie, you'll make the right decision for you and your family. Take your time. You got this. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It is a lot, and it's a lot to process. And I even thought, like, do I even tell anybody? But like, what's the big deal? You know, like, my story, it's kind of unique, but it's not. Like, there are people out there, obviously, who have went through the same shit. Like, they've taken tests and they found their family, and maybe it's turned out good for them, and maybe they had some bad experience. You know, I'm pretty smart as far as like reading the fucking room, if you know what I mean. And making the right moves on communication and, you know, exposing to my kids to certain people. Like, we'll see what happens. We'll just take it slow. We'll see. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. That was so nice of you. Charlotte says you'll regret it if you don't go once. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think you're not wrong. And they're you want to know what's so fucked up? Is that not now, but they were very local. They were very local to my area. So they were all around. And I'm like, I told Sam, I was like, this is why motherfuckers shouldn't go out here whoring around. I was like, these brothers, they're like 2 and 3 years older than me. Like, we're basically all the same age other than the younger sister. Like, you know what? Like, everybody from Louisville was hooking up on all these different sites and shit like that. Cause you don't even want to think about it, bro. But knock it the fuck off, ladies. Can we please? Charlotte, thank you for the support, hon. Baby Bug says, I hope for the best, prepare for the worst, protect your heart on this journey. We all support you. Thank you. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. And I will. Buttercrumpet says you have to meet them because they're a puzzle piece to your life. You don't have to have them up your ass, but as friends, yes, that. And you know what's so funny, especially like looking at pictures of, it's so weird to even say it, but like my sister, is that there's so many like similarities that I can see, and it's just so weird. It's all weird. That's the only way I can explain it. It's just fucking weird. Very weird. Sushi says, I found my dad and my family. One of my cousins did some sleuthing and found my biological mom on Facebook. I went to Canada to meet my cousins. Really? Hopefully that went well for you, Sushi. That's awesome. Good thing everybody's local, because I probably wouldn't travel for, any situation like this. I go to go meet up with you guys. But I don't feel like it's that deep for me. But that's cool that you did that. I hope it ended up well for you. Basket Weave says, one thing that always gives me comfort, you're not the only one that's been through this. You are unique, Yaba, but this situation is not. I agree. I think it's more, especially like, I think it's more common than people even realize. Like there's people out there who their parents were in, marriages for years, and they just happened to do a DNA test, and oh boy, come to find out, somebody wasn't so faithful in that relationship or in that marriage. So even in that situation, you'd be shocked how many people find out they have other siblings. Thank you for the support, hun. Sammy in Brooklyn says, adoptee from birth here, and I did DNA 4 years ago, and it is wild. My mom was a model, very local. I saw my bio mom's pic, not knowing it was my mom. Really, Sammy in Brooklyn? That's so crazy. That adoption shit too. Not everyone knows they were adopted. That's also very true, Sam. That is very true. Sammy in Brooklyn, hun, thank you for the support. It turns out I was adopted at birth and my entire family knew, but I just found out at 35. Stop. I feel grateful, and I don't even want to know my bio parents, but I'm curious to know what they look like. See, that was kind of like me, like, and not to say that I'm not going to, communicate with these people. I will, but it's like, damn, I just was curious what the guy looks like. And to be honest, he was skinnier when he was younger, and as he got older, he was quite chubby. And yeah, he was chubby, and he seemed to have somewhat of a very blondish red curly hair. So I was like, well, that answers that, except I don't have red hair. But yeah, the curly hair and the chubby cheeks and everything. All right, we're good here. Moving on. Thank you for that. So yeah, that's kind of how I am too. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. Now at 41, well, 42, right? 42, about to be 43. Sorry. At 42, that I feel like I'm really at a good age to where I don't have any kind of like hold any grudges. Because I can say when I was younger, definitely, I felt like a lot of my childhood growing up that I was, and you all probably some might experience this too, where you kind of parent your parent. Like I was that kid at a very young age. I felt like I would be the mom to my mom. Okay. So I would hold grudges, why isn't our life like this? Or why can't you just be normal? Or why did I have to grow up like this? And why don't I know my other side of my family? And what if my other side of my family would get me out of this situation and things wouldn't be like this? But now at 42, I can look back and I can understand, why my mom was the way she was. And they did do the best for me. And instead of looking at everything like it was so bad, I can really look back and just think about all the good things that that went in my life. That's how I feel about it. And me and my mom, we kind of just grew up together, I guess. Mommy of two, thank you for the support, hon. Badgie Scoot says, I met my half brother when I was 35. It's been great. That is awesome, hon. Well, all right. That's some inspiration, I suppose. It's not always going to be a bad, negative thing. I'm still pretty mad at my folks. I mean, I guess it just depends on like what kind of situation you were in. Like for me, like I said, there was a lot of things obviously that weren't great at home. And like I said, I felt like I was my mom's mom a lot of the time, but she really did do her best that she could do. And that's what I'm taking away from that. Like what my mom was capable to do and what she was able to provide for me, for her and who she was and her experience in life. That's what she could do. She was never abusive. She was never neglectful. But things could have also been a lot better. But instead of me focusing on that, I've come to a point in my life to where I've forgiven her and I forgave her when she died. But especially now, I can forgive her and I can just appreciate what I had. And I think that's a very important part of processing life when you come from such rocky beginnings as an adult to kind of go on and give your children an even better life. It's all part of the process, man. Yeah, sunny days. Aaron and Rose, thank you so much for gifting one of the YouTube Underground membership. I didn't get to see who got it, but welcome, a new member. Vicky White, thank you so much for thank you, Beach Flowers. That too. My grandma was a very, very amazing girl. My situation might have been completely different. I might not have the same outlook on life. Karina says, I was flown to Russia at 19 by Russian TV show to meet my bio mom on a show there. I met her and her husband and the younger brothers and two cousins. I have contact with my bio dad and sister as well. Really? That really is. And you did all this on a TV show? Holy shit. Now that's a lot of pressure, girl. Thank you for the super chat. And I love to hear your story. That's true, Butter Crumpet. It really does. Yeah. And again, I don't like to really talk about the bad and the negative, as far as like how she raised me or whatever. So I take all of the positive things that she did right. And I use that as an influence on my parenting with my kids. And then also I do obviously remember like the bad, and I don't ever want them to have that experience. Like for me, a big one is like, I have to be sober. Like I don't want my kids to ever see me in certain states, like, and I'm not saying that parents can't drink and they can't have a good time, but when you go through so many traumatic experiences from seeing your parents like in a certain way, you take exception to that. So either you become exactly what they were or you become the furthest thing from that. So you make sure that's a way that you don't want your kids to ever feel like unsafe or uneasy, because it gave me severe anxiety when my mom would get really, really fucking trash. Like she'd go to the bar and they come home partying. I was always in the unsure. I was always a very nervous. What's going to happen? Who's going to take care of me? No kid needs to think like that when they're 5 and 6 years old. They always want to feel secure and safe when they're with you. So that's why I don't do none of that. And I always, try to give my best, and I never do alcohol and drugs like that, because you never know. Like you don't want your kids to feel unsafe or not sure what's going to happen because you're dumbass. Karina, thank you for the support, hon. Anyways, I just want to share that story with you guys. It is Friday. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm really trying to get the office wrapped up so I can get the camera back on and get things going. I do promise we're eventually going to get to that state. Just got to get a few more things ready. I'm really hoping this weekend is going to be that weekend. I think we're almost there. I got a few things to put together. I still got a few things to get moved over here, and we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely going to put in the effort. So with that being said, I probably, unless some good shit goes down Saturday and Sunday, I probably won't see you guys again till Monday. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you all so much for sticking around and letting me vent about that situation. And yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot to process, been a lot to kind of like, and yeah, thanks for this huge stack of information. Now I just got to figure out what to do with it. And I guess I really don't have to do a whole lot. Just kind of take it one day at a time. Right, guys? That's right. Love you guys. See you Monday, probably. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Giddy up!